Sometimes it takes an event as big as tonight's to show the sounds of race weekend aren't always heard at the track. They're heard in empty classrooms, in the silence of the streets, and in any number of places. If you listen closely, you'll hear what racing is all about.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Because a race isn't just green to checkered.
Come on,
It's about friends and family gathering.
come on.
It's about feeling the excitement.
When a moment changes everything. When
Watching the fireworks on the track
a moment changes.
and off, whether you're at the race or on the couch. And tonight, it's about watching 21 of the world's best drivers putting on a show for NASCAR Nation. And although no points are on the line, tonight still means something. Not just to the guy with the $1 million check, but to millions of fans everywhere. When the next chance to listen to the sounds of race weekend arrives, where will you be? NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot, is next on Speed from the All-Star Race.
Tonight, we get back to the roots of racing. An all-out shootout under the lights, winner take all, $1 million on the line. It's a true backyard brawl in the home of NASCAR racing. This race has provided some of the best moments in the history of NASCAR competition. Darrell Waltrip in 1985, the famous pass in the grass, the aggressive move made by Rusty Wallace, and the finish to the 1992 race lives in infamy, as well as the drivers who have made this race so great. It's the 26th running of the Sprint All-Star Race, and it just doesn't get much better than this. The world epicenter of stock car racing is the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and tonight it is racing in its purest form. Get on your feet, Charlotte, North Carolina, and the United States of America, because it's All-Star Night.
Come in.
Yeah, baby. It's All-Star Week.
It is All-Star Night, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful night we have here in Charlotte.
You're darn right. What is there, 1 million people out here?
Maybe 2 million,
Okay.
Kenny Wallace.
I got you, man.
I gotta get off. I gotta get off the
Come on,
table.
bud.
I love it.
Easy
Let's
now.
get Kenny Wallace down off the table,
Down
get
off the
KP
table.
seated, and guys, what a
I
great
love
night it is here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the 26th running of the Sprint All-Star Race. Kenny Wallace and Kyle Petty, you guys have been involved in this race before. It has to give drivers butterflies in their stomach because the final 10 laps of last year's race made the fans weak in their knees.
Race fans, I'm coming 4 inches out of my seat for all of you. This is the
That's
All-Star
5 or 6
race.
inches, I think.
A foot out of my seat. This is the All-Star Race. The best drivers in the United States are here for $1 million to win. NASCAR said, drivers, take your gloves off, so they peel them off. Kyle Petty, they are going to wreck tonight. There's going to be wrecking. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be an all-star race. That's what it is. And when you look at this is where the double file restart came from. Let's be real clear about this. This race is for these people behind us, not for the competitors. We can talk about it being for $1 million, but it's for these people. It's for the fans. And when you look at it, the rules that we race under now, the double file restart, some of that stuff has come out of this race.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a shootout on a Saturday night?
Everybody likes it, dude.
Yes, now the weather, the temperature is hot around here in Charlotte, and if you've been in Carolina during the springtime, you know every day there's a chance of a pop-up thunderstorm. We hope it doesn't hit us tonight. 30% chance, or 10% at 5, 50% at 7 p.m. Eastern time, but you know what? 50% means that there is a 50% chance that it does not race. So we're going to look at the positive side of things, and no one was more positive than Tony Stewart after last year's race. The smoke was there when the smoke cleared as Tony won his first race as an owner driver and set the platform up for a championship run.
One for the $1 million. We're $1 million on 3. 1, 2, 3. Million!
No championship
championship points to worry about. This is an all-out dash for the cash.
One driver will leave the Lowe's Motor Speedway with $1 million in his pocket.
The Sprint All-Star Race is about to get underway. Green flag is in the air.
Immediately, Kyle Busch goes 3 wide. He passes 2, 4, 7 cars.
Stop going for it. Who gives a 10 laps to the end, right? We do 20 laps now, another caution, another 20, and then the intermission.
Haven't heard much from Tony so far tonight, but he's looking for a spot now in the top 5.
Start off a little bit free and starting to come to it now.
They complete 50 laps. Caution comes out next time by.
Since it went green the whole way, we probably ought to do 4. What do you think? Be ready to pit here, guys. 4 tires, race paint mark 2 rounds.
Pit road is now open, and it looks like the entire field is going to take advantage.
3, 2, 1, 4 tires. Wheel straight, foot on the brake. Back him up, back him up.
Ryan Newman has had more than his share of headaches here tonight.
Something definitely broken in the front end of that U.S. Army Chevrolet.
Go, 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 one lane, one lane.
And they turn up the intensity just a little bit more here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Here they go, one more time, 3 wide immediately. Kyle Busch tried to get around Matt Kenseth.
He goes up the gut. He passes everybody off turn 2. Kyle Busch to the lead.
Clear, come on.
Not for long if Jeff Gordon's got anything to say about it.
All right, crank her up. Go get your spot, buddy. Keep doing your thing, bud. Keep doing it.
Gordon fires it to the bottom side of the racetrack, leaning on Kyle for the top spot. Ryan Newman out of nowhere. He's going to go 3 wide for the lead.
Where did he come from? He was a lap down earlier. 2 outside. 2 outside.
They get together. Jeff Gordon spins to the inside. Gordon spins across the track. Bounces off the outside retaining wall.
Let him tow it. It's steaming.
Hang on, this is going to get pretty intense.
All right, bud. Get a good one here. Got fun.
Kenseth gets a real good start. Pulls away by a Carling.
But don't look now. Here comes a red-hot Chevy. Tony Stewart is there. He's got a wheel inside. Slides underneath that Kenseth. New leader, Tony Stewart with a lap and a half to go.
Y'all don't like $1 million, do you?
Tony Stewart's pulling away. He'll win the 25th running of the Sprint All-Star Race. His first as a Sprint Cup team owner.
Woo! Got us one even by time. Woo!
Yes, there were no points awarded for that victory for Tony Stewart, but a win is a win is a win, especially when it's $1 million and you prove to yourself that you can win. There will eventually be 21 drivers in this race tonight, gentlemen. We only know about 18 right now. We'll find out where we're going to get the other 3 in a moment, but Kenny, what does it mean to a driver to win this thing?
When Michael Waltrip slipped low to win his race, he didn't say, this isn't a points race, I don't care. When Ryan Newman won his first race, I called it no-neck Newman. He was driving like Cale Yarborough. He was no-neck Newman. He was getting on. He said, this made my career. Race fans, I don't care if this is a points race or not. The bottom line is you beat the best in the United States right here.
Yeah, and you know, last year we look at Tony's race here. Tony come into this race not really that competitive. He'd run pretty good and been pretty strong. It was pretty impressive. He come here, he ran this race, he kicked everybody just like Kenny said, the best of the best of the best. Wasn't about points, wasn't about anything else. He beat those guys, and that momentum took him to the chase. Could have took him to a championship, but definitely took him to a chase.
You prove you can win.
I just want to say this, race fan. The reason this race is such a big deal is because the best in NASCAR, you say it, you vote them. The best in NASCAR is in this race. So if you win, that means you're the man.
On that one night, at least.
Right.
On that one night. And then maybe continue it on.
That's all that
after
matters.
that.
I am the man.
The stars come out on All-Star Night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have a couple of All-Stars of our own on the infield for you. Let us now join Wendy Venturini and Hermie Sadler. Wendy, good evening.
Good evening, Johnny. Yes, Hermie Sadler and I are located right in front of Victory Lane, and while you guys had confetti, it's going to be several hours before any confetti flies over here, Hermie. This is a cool night because a lot of the teams, drivers, crew members, everybody got to sleep in their own beds. You didn't, I'm sorry about that, but the rest of us did. This is a big night for everyone.
And you know why the fans love our version of the All-Star race? Look at the other big sports. Their All-Star game or whatever is more of an exhibition, put on a show, you know, not really kind of go through the motions. Our All-Star race is about these guys digging for everything they've got, for every lap on this racetrack to try to win $1 million. That's what separates this race from other sports in their all-star events.
And that's what makes the night so unique, because drivers are racing their way in. There's several drivers trying to get into the all-star race. Right now we have 18. 3 of them are still going to make their way into the all-star. No points, it's just bragging rights and dollar signs. Who's going to race their way in for a cool $1 million?
I mean, this all-star race, the whole event is big for our sport of NASCAR, big for the crews, the drivers, everybody. Everybody wants to be a part of the all-star challenge. So getting through the showdown is everything for us right now.
You know, you got to make your car where it goes fast. You can't worry about running a 50-lap run or a fuel run. It's just got to go fast. And so the strategy is to number one, qualify well, and number two, be able to make enough lap time.
But I don't know the strategy yet. You know, it's 20 laps, and if that's filled with cautions, you know, when that caution comes out at 20, you know, it's going to be tough to decide whether to take tires, maybe take 2 or 4 or none. So our strategy is just to kind of, you know, see where we stack up. If we're very fast, then that'll make the strategy really important at the pit stop. If we're not, we'll probably just take tires.
You know, certainly we want to be in the all-star race. We worked very hard at it. We haven't won a race, so we don't deserve to be in yet. We know we need to finish first or second. So, you know, the way we're looking at it now, we only have to beat about 3 cars to get in. And, of course, there's a whole bunch of guys in the race. Depends on where you start.
The team's been doing a great job lately. I feel like we'll have a shot to win it. So we'll just go out there and, you know, do all we can. It's 40 laps. And, you know, no points. It doesn't matter what happens. So we're going to go out there and throw it down and see what happens.
Yes, believe it or not, the drivers you just heard from, they are not in the all-star race. Talk about a star-studded cast trying to race their way in. This is the biggest race of the year for our sport, and a lot of these guys want bragging rights, and this is home turf. This is a big deal.
Think about Carl Edwards 2 years ago. All the races he won was supposed to be the guy that was going to knock Jimmy Johnson off the perch. He's not in the all-star race. Clint Bowyer's not in the all-star race. Jeff Burton's not in the all-star race. Juan Pablo Montoya is not in the all-star race. It's unbelievable. It's an all-star race before the all-star race, but you know, all these guys, Wendy, want to be in the all-star race. It's kind of like not being in the chase. You're like I've heard Kenny Wallace say, a second-class citizen if you're not in that big race.
And the format for the showdown, it's 2 20-lap shootouts, so to speak. If you look at it, it's 40 laps, 2 20-lap segments. Now, the first and second place guys will advance, including that all-star vote. Now, the question is, between those 2 20-lap segments, what is going to happen? We'll have to, well, gosh, a lot of questions will be answered about that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, a crew chief will have to earn his money. It's been the same way all year with the exciting finishes we've had and the double file restarts, all the stuff's going on. These crew chiefs have been just, you know, on the chip. What do I do? And if you got a guy like Carl Edwards is starting in the back, Juan Pablo Montoya was the fastest car in that qualifying session before it got rained out. He's starting 14th. You run 20 laps. That's not a lot of laps to pass people under green flag conditions. So when the caution comes out, to me, if I'm outside the top 10, I've got to do what the leaders up front don't do. If they pit, I've got to stay. If they stay, I've got to pit, come get my tires, and try to put some pressure on them and hope that this race goes into overtime, a couple green, white checker, a restart. So, I mean, but not a lot of time to get it done, Wendy.
Yeah, and with that qualifying rained out, a lot of those guys are going to have to do some interesting strategy choices. Now, here on Speed, we have the top 5 fan vote getters right now. Look at who's in the top 5. It's AJ, Marcos Ambrose, Jeff Burton, Carl Edwards, Elliott Sadler. Now, race fans, if you don't see your driver, that means you need to get on and still vote, because voting doesn't close until 8 p.m. Eastern.
You can vote up to 8 o'clock for your favorite driver. And listen, this fan vote takes on more emphasis now, because some of these guys, like a Greg Biffle, like a Carl Edwards, Juan Pablo Montoya, that weren't really counting on it. You know, these guys had to be thinking, I'm going to be fast enough to qualify up front and run up front. Well, now they're starting by how they drew a peel out of a bowl. Yeah. That's where they start. So these guys are in trouble as far as on the racetrack. They need their fans to vote as well.
Yeah, exactly how they pulled for qualifying since it got canceled will be where they start for the showdown. And I noticed Elliott Sadler's in the top 5. Does that mean you're still voting, aren't you? I am. I'm still voting.
I've voted 20 times in the break, every time trying to get Elliott Sadler in the All-Star race. But that's what it's about. Whoever your favorite driver is, for whatever reason, get on your phone, get on NASCAR.com, vote for your favorite driver. They need your help tonight.
It's a little less than 4 hours, Johnny, before that voting closes, so you still have time. Is Johnny voting? Maybe he's busy voting.
Absolutely, Wendy. I've been voting all week long, but I'm not going to tell you for whom I was voting. But we remember when Kenny Wallace put on the big campaign. Remember, vote for Kenny? You got voted in. If anybody doesn't think that fan vote counts, remember Casey Kane 2 years ago.
You know, the fan vote was big for me, Kyle Petty, Kenny Schrader. Why? Because that means you fans care about what happened in our career. But to legitimize it, it was Casey Kane last year that finished 6th in the showdown. They said, go away, Casey. The fans said, come on back, Casey. And he won it all. So it's legitimate. Vote for your driver.
And Casey Kane has a million reasons to like that fan vote, because that's exactly what he won by getting voted into the All-Star race. Now, of course, we have a star-studded lineup for you tonight on NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, just to name a few. Stay with us.
NASCAR Race Day is built by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Brought to you in part by the General Automobile Insurance Services. For the best car insurance rates in town, call 1-800-GENERAL now. And by Toyota.
The concept of NASCAR's Sprint All-Star Race started back in the 80s, May 25th, 1985, with 12 drivers. From there, it went on to become one great decade for All-Star races.
Darrell Waltrip, a hand in the air, a wave to the crowd of 100,000 plus. He wins $200,000 and he blows up. What a Hollywood ending.
The motor blew right when it took the checker. It blew all to pieces.
Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible.
Dale Earnhardt now $200,000 richer after winning the Winston. Well, that was something else. You know, Bill spun that 5 car out, caused a big mess, and then he come up there and tried to spin me out twice. I didn't take it.
It's time for this to stop. I clearly had the quickest car. You know, he was trying to cut me off every way he could. That ain't the way I was brought up racing.
Darrell Waltrip in the 4th corner now. Wallace comes down low and he puts the tire. Waltrip loses it as they cut. Waltrip spins it backwards across the grass as they come to the white flag. $200,000 lost right there. The Winston has been won by Rusty Wallace.
Tough race. I'm sorry for Darrell. Glad we won.
As you can see, the tempers are hot when there's that much money on the line, as quite a fight broke out just outside of the winner's circle here.
I got spun out. Guy drove down underneath of me and drove up into me and spun me out. It's just pretty blatant.
I know all the Darrell Waltrip fans hate me right now. I know all the Rusty Wallace fans are loving it. But if Darrell's got a problem, he needs to come see me.
You know what? My brother Rusty was wearing the white hat, and he was a good guy. When he got into Darrell Waltrip for all that money, Rusty wore the black hat. He was a bad guy. It bothered my brother Rusty. He said, Herm, it was a career changer. He said, come over to the fabrication shop at Wallace Racing. We sat down, all the crew members left. Rusty said this, he goes, Herm, he says, you know what? He says, don't ever change. He says, because I'm devastated. Everybody hates me right now. It really bothered Rusty when that changed. So it is something that you have to move past. You're a good guy, then you're a bad guy.
But you know, Rusty said something there that old drivers always say. You got a problem with me? Come see me. Come see me.
Yep.
Don't do it in the press. Don't do it on the media. Don't do it on the radio. Don't do it on the TV. Come see me. Rusty and Darrell talked. They worked it out. Rusty came back from that, won a championship. Incredible.
Nowadays, you send the text message, right?
Yeah, that's
send
it.
him a text.
Are you mad at me?
Text him.
Please don't be mad at me.
So we got 1.3 million votes in the fan vote. The top 5 stay the same. If you want to vote for your favorite driver, you better do it now, because voting ends 1 hour before the Sprint All-Star race tonight. Back to race day in a moment.
A big race demands big events, and Thursday night was no exception. We'll get you revved up and raring to go as we take a peek behind the scenes of this week's Concert Bash. Heading your way, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot.
It is not just All-Star Night in Charlotte, it is All-Star Week in Charlotte, North Carolina. Kicked off with the Pit Crew Championship going on. A lot of drivers came out to support their teams. It is their chance for these somewhat unsung heroes to shine. A lot of fun, a lot of teamwork going on. I don't know if that was the best teamwork right there. There's Tony Gibson loving the performance of the number 39 team at the time, but it was the number 11 team, the Pit Crew of Denny Hamlin's FedEx Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, that edged out last year's champion, Jeff Burton's number 31 team in the Caterpillar Chevrolet. And as Denny said a couple weeks ago on the radio after winning a race, all we do is win, and they won the Pit Crew Challenge. And how big is this? Well, by virtue of winning the Pit Crew Challenge, you get the first selection on pit road for tonight. Let's take a look at the top teams. Number 1 and 2, the 11 and the 31. The number 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Amp Energy Chevy was up there, as well as the U.S. Army Chevy, the DuPont Chevy, the 71 TaxSlayer.com, and the Office Depot of Tony Stewart and Mark Martin's crew. Let's take a look at the individual winners, and these guys got pretty good check after that, and some of the best in the business right there, well-conditioned athletes that were individual winners in the Pit Crew Challenge, and we congratulate all those guys on a great effort. Well, it was a good thing that event was inside, because last night we couldn't do much outside because of the rain here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Actually, Concord right up the road from Charlotte. So let's go in and check in with Hermie Sadler to see what that means for the pit crews tonight. Hermie?
Yeah, JR, it's really cool what Sprint and NASCAR do to make this whole week a real celebration of the sport. But it all comes to a head tonight for the All-Star race. Now, Steve, they put another, a little bit of kink in the rules again this year. If I were to have Jeff Gordon right here, would he be able to explain to me how many laps he's got to run in each segment?
Absolutely not. There's no way. They don't need to know. They'll just go until we tell them to stop, and they'll know when it's 10 to go, it's time to go.
Tell us about your car. I mean, a little bit of practice on the racetrack, but did not get to qualify. And you guys had the car to beat probably in this race last year. It didn't work out, but you guys have been fast every week.
Yeah, no, we're excited. DuPont Chevrolet it struggled some the other day in practice, but that's during the day, so we're not going to worry about it too much. We're going to put in what we know we need at nighttime, and we're excited. It's a fun format. It's a fun race. It really shows the pit crews off, and you can't ask for much better.
Talk about the last 10 laps. That's what it's all going to come down to. Number one, getting your car like you want it, but also getting that track position for those last 10 laps. How do you go about accomplishing that?
Well, the race is broken down pretty simple in our mind. You have 50 laps to work on your car, you have 40 laps to get track position, you have 10 laps to win it. So you got to find your track position between those two 20-lap segments. Then you have a break to really fine-tune your car, and then it's up to the pit crews. The way I look at it, did some math the other day, it's about $50,000 a lug nut. So you want to make sure you get them all tight and race for $1 million.
Well, it's really cool how they make the pit crews get involved in who starts up front and where they pit on pit road. And a team that got a head start on the field by winning the pit crew competition was that 11 team at Denny Hamlin. I think Wendy has more.
I sure do. Hermie, thank you so much. Yes, it's been a big week for a lot of these pit crews that go over the wall for these guys, because usually they don't get the glory, but this week they did. And it was the 11 team Denny Hamlin's crew who became the victors of that pit crew challenge earlier this week in Charlotte. So I'm joined by the 11 crew. Let's talk to Heath Cherry. Now, Heath, what was the feeling when you guys found out you won the other night?
Well, like I said, I think in some of the interviews that we had afterwards, all of us, we've been so close before. And so just to be able to capture that, to knock off the 31 who had gotten us the year before, that was a big deal. So I think it was just all a big relief. We've been working hard. It's been a good year so far. Denny's been winning a lot of races. We wanted a trophy for ourselves as well, so that's fun.
Now, I know that Denny Hamlin was there to support the team. Mike, how much pressure were you guys under? You had your families watching, your friends were there in a big stadium, lots of cameras, and, oh yeah, your driver was there to cheer you on.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. But to be honest, I think it's less pressure actually on race day than it is there, because, cameras on you, a full camera on you all the time, and it's definitely a lot more pressure since your family and friends are there. You don't want to mess up and look like, oh, golly, he sucks, but it's a lot more pressure.
All right, well, good luck to these guys tonight, because the pressure's really on with the new wrinkle in our all-star format. With that last 10 laps, Johnny, they have a pit stop tonight.
Yeah, and Wendy, it was unfortunate last night. The qualifying procedure for the All-Star race normally includes the pit crew, but because of the rain last night at Charlotte Motor Speedway, they could not do that qualifying session. But we did, however, see the Camping World Truck Series under the lights a little later than we intended, but nonetheless, a great show as always. Let's go truck racing. A little later than scheduled. The green flag did wave, though, and a very solid field of trucks took the track here. Austin Dillon in the number 3 truck scrubbed the outside gold wall, wiped a little bit of gold off.
Left rear flat tire for Austin Dillon. Just want to point that out. He did not drive it into the wall on purpose.
That was a Wild Turkey car. This is the truck, rather. This is a Wild Thing truck. Kyle Busch out in the outside wall. That dented the fender, but you know what? You better not ride out Denny Hamlin.
Riding high.
Kyle Busch.
Not afraid to die. Can he do it?
Yeah, might have dented the fender. It didn't in his ability. I can tell you that right now because he drove it right back. This was incredible right here.
Scary moment for Brent Raymer as his truck catches on fire, but we're glad to say he was able to get out okay after that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where it's a testament to our sport now. Okay, you see him quickly getting the window net down, and even with the Hans device on, he gets out with no problem.
You think Kyle Busch had trouble getting his front fender dented? Think again. Here comes KB with Todd Bodine in tow, Ron Hornaday down on the low side, and there was going to be no denying Kyle Busch as he gets yet another Camping World Truck Series win.
What time did this race end? 1 in the morning?
I think like 5 a.m. or 5:30. No.
I think it was 20 minutes ago.
No,
they're cleaning the track up.
Yeah. The race ended. They did a sound check for pre-race, and now they're ready to do the All-Star event.
Let's take a look at the standings, and they are tight. Eric Almirola 2 points behind Todd Bodine. Timothy Peters just 86 behind him. And the champ Ron Hornaday, Matt Crafton rounding out your top 5. Principal Skinner in the 8th spot. Ricky Carmichael doing a great job, as well as David Starr in the 81 10th in Camping World Truck Series points right now. There's the car that will be driven by Kyle Busch tonight. You know what? A lot of people today are talking about that one potentially going to victory lane. You know, it's the great basketball coach Jim Valvano that said, don't give up, don't ever give up. And living proof of that is Travis Quapple. He's a former Truck Series champion who keeps on going and digging. And tonight he has a chance to race his way into his first ever All-Star race. Let's go down to Wendy Venturini.
Thanks, Johnny. I love talking to the guys that are trying to race their way in. I'm trying to get a good feeling of what's going through your mind. Yeah, you raise your eyebrows. How are you feeling going into tonight?
Well, I don't know. I know we probably starting 24th is gonna be pretty tough, but we got a good Baja Fish taco forward, and we're just gonna be gassed up and trying to go as hard as we can. I know the lineup's a little jumbled. There's some cars up there that usually aren't in the top 5 or top 10, and there's some cars towards the back that definitely aren't towards the back usually. So it's going to be interesting few couple laps, and we're going to be on the gas hard and do everything we can.
Now, with qualifying rained out, of course, you're starting 24th by the way you drew. So what kind of pit strategy? We were discussing, Hermie Sadler and I, are guys like yourself not going to pit in between those 2 segments?
I think it's all about finishing first or second tonight. So depending on where we're running, you know, if we're up there in the top 10 and the guys in, you know, the guys pit around us, maybe we'll stay out. You know, we got to somehow get track position. I think the guys that ultimately advance, the guys that finish first or second, they're not going to pit. The guys in the top 5 aren't going to pit. So I think give ourselves the best chance is to probably to stay out. But if our car's way off, we'll work on it and see if that works for us.
Now, your car going into tonight's race has a cool paint scheme, and I can't help but notice it's a $1 taco theme because everyone loves something for $1.
Yeah, we got an awesome paint scheme. We had it at Dover, and this weekend, $1 Baja Fish tacos from Long John Silver's. It's a great value, and they're very tasty. So we encourage everybody to that's watching the show tonight, watching the All-Star race, go out and get a $1 Baja Fish taco tonight.
Now, I hear you might have some to send, and I have a special runner that could bring these very tacos to the guys on the set. And Rutledge Wood, with those shoes, I think you're going to make it to the stage quickly.
Super fast. I'm ready.
About him eating them. I hope he just doesn't eat them on the way.
Oh, don't eat them, Rhett.
So funny. So funny, skinny guy. Give me count. Count me off when I'll go when you tell me.
I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Go, Rhett. All right, Johnny, the tacos, they're on their way. And with those shoes, he's going to get there soon.
That makes me feel real confident that Rutledge is going to make it out here. Hopefully we see Rutledge at the stage in just a moment. But if you want to see something, be sure Monday night to see the greatest performances of Fast Track to Fame in one revved up hour of entertainment. Do not miss Fast Track to Fame Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time only on Speed. Now, this past Thursday night in downtown Charlotte, we saw a great performance as part of NASCAR's Revved Up concert. We saw the band Switchfoot and what is that, Parachutes? Yeah, Parachute, yeah. I thought it was a different name. I don't know, the kids are not that hip these days.
They could be coming out of the sky nowadays.
Switchfoot and Parachute is what you saw.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Good.
Hermie Sadler is a hip guy. He knows exactly what's going on, and he has the behind the scenes for us.
Fans, if you love NASCAR, obviously Charlotte, North Carolina is the place to be in the month of May. Now, we're all looking forward to the Sprint All-Star Challenge. but thanks to NASCAR and Sprint, events like Revved Up get you a chance to be here early, see family, friends, fans, interactive displays, and a lot of great entertainment. Let's go check it out. What brought you out here to Revved Up tonight?
The band, the fun.
Who'd y'all come to see?
Switchfoot.
Switchfoot.
Yeah,
like those guys?
Yeah.
That's cool. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Becca. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
I'm Heidi. I'm from Rancho Santa Margarita, California.
California. What's bringing you all the way here to Charlotte, North Carolina?
I actually flew out today to surprise her on her birthday.
Birthday!
26.
Happy birthday! If you're a race fan, this is the place to be for these 2 weeks in May.
Absolutely. I'm getting ready to leave now and then come back later, and then I'll be here tomorrow all the way through the week.
Hey, we're having a great time here at NASCAR, Revved Up, thanks to NASCAR, Sprint, and everybody for kicking off All-Star Weekend right here in Charlotte. And guess what? I'm done working. I'm going to enjoy things myself. Y'all come along.
And seeing the amount of fans that are here participating in these events in downtown Charlotte is incredible. I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with the turnout that we have, and it's fun. I mean, you get to go and talk to folks and kind of behind the scenes on all the conversations you have.
Everything's based out of here, and man, we get a heck of a crowd out in Charlotte, so it's neat. And I'm like one of the fans, but get to participate in stuff and be backstage at a Switchfoot concert. Big fan of theirs. It's just neat to be doing all this and having a blast.
It's nice to come to Charlotte, which is it's a big city, but not really. I mean, it has everything that a big city has. You've got the beautiful downtown with the skyscrapers. You got the racetrack. A lot of cool different people, and but it's not too big. It's not too crowded, and Charlotte's a great city. I've been here for about 4 years now, and it really is like home.
Hey, how long you guys been together?
We've been together about 10 years, more than 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to your bus driver who's a big NASCAR fan.
Oh, yeah.
He says it's a first really NASCAR event for you guys. It's a big week here in Charlotte. I know you guys are excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, we're doing this for you, Brett. This one's for you, man.
And look, a big weekend for us on the racetrack, too. The Sprint All-Star Challenge Saturday night. And you guys have a favorite? Who you think's going to win?
Well,
Jeff Gordon? Yeah.
I'll be pulling for number 88.
88. Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's a safe choice.
Yeah.
Dale Jr. Well, thank you guys for being here and enjoy your time right here at Revved Up.
Thank you for having us.
We hide inside our shell. It's so hard to feel what you love. Oh, and you can't forgive yourself. You can't forgive yourself. I ain't no drug. I ain't no drug.
Switchfoot and Parachute, it's at Revved Up, but tonight, as part of all-star coverage, we have the band Creed playing here, so stick with us right here on Speed. We'll be back with much more. You better say it fast.
Rock and roll, baby! Rock and roll!
Stay with us here on Speed for more pre-race all-star coverage.
It wouldn't be much of an all-star race without the stars. And we've got more than a few swinging by to chat with the boys. Jimmy, Denny, Kurt, and Tony stop in to talk shop. Coming at you, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot.
Hey race fans, how would you like to have an official Sunoco racing fuel can? Visit speedtv.com/Sunoco for entry details, official rules, and drawing dates. And we're at the part of the season where our first Sunoco Performance Picks game has come to an end. And with rookie stripes on the back of his seat, Kyle Petty not only beat up on all of us, but look at who else you were able to beat up on, Kyle. And you should be proud of this by beating Race Hub, by beating the Camping World Truck Series, and Trackside as well. Nicely done.
Let me just say, that's Kenny Wallace in 6 and Ray Dunlop with the Truck Series behind you, baby. Good job. Good job,
Did
Kenny
I
Wallace.
beat Ray
Dunlop?
You can sign up now for the summer series at speedfantasyracing.com. And now to kick off the second part of the season here for us, KP gets to give us his all-star pick.
Okay, my all-star pick is whoever wins the Sprint Showdown. That's what I'm going with today. I don't know who my pick is right now. It's whoever wins the Sprint Showdown.
That's perfectly legal.
Hold on. Yeah,
Hold on.
Give me my all-star.
Hey, now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Yeah, baby.
Go play. He's an all-star.
All-star, baby. All-star.
Congratulations.
That's cute.
Wendy,
Wendy, save us.
Who do you got, Wendy?
Who do I have? Well, this is who I am picking today. I am going with Kyle Busch to win the All-Star race. Now, why am I picking Kyle Busch? Listen up, race fans. Not only did he win the truck race last night, but he is getting married and he has a wedding to pay for, and $1 million would be very nice for his lovely fiance, Sam Sarsanella. Johnny?
Well, Wendy, as our good buddy Ken Schrader often tells us, there's a big red truck coming down the street. If you can't see it, you're either blind or dumb. So I don't want to miss the big red truck coming down the street. Jimmy Johnson has been running great all year long. He's got Chad Knaus. Now, wait a minute. Guys, he's got Chad Knaus on the pit box for him.
I love it.
The 48 runs great at this place, and it's only going to matter of time before he wins. He's going to do it tonight and take home $1 million. Hermie Sadler.
Great job.
Well, that's not a bad pick, JR, but Denny Hamlin's on a roll right now. This 11 car has won 3 of the last 7 races, and his pit crew has already done their job so far this week, winning that pit crew challenge. He gets the #1 pit box on the end of pit road. Look for these guys that carry that momentum. No points, $1 million. Look for Denny Hamlin to go to victory lane tonight. Kenny Wallace?
So it is my turn, eh? Well, I'm going to tell you who's going to win this whole deal tonight. He's getting a little older. He's getting a little mad. He's a 4-time champion. He's Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's going to win the whole deal tonight. He's going to take $1 million home to his wife and say, honey, buy some more diapers for my child.
What do you think he's going to say when he hears you say he's getting a little bit old?
I was thinking the same thing.
Jeff Gordon is not getting old.
When he said old, I'm thinking, who's he going for here? Who's he going? My God. I mean, Jeff's getting ready to retire. I think he's 38, 39 years old, right? Hey, I'm just kidding. Don't spread the word.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
He's not old. I know guys that are old.
I want some
And
food.
Rutledge Wood is
I
not
brought
one of them.
you, I brought you some tacos.
Mr. Long John Silver.
It was a much longer jog than I thought, but I was
Nicely
fast
done.
with my all-star
Hey,
shoes.
you're not even hardly sweat.
I know. Can you believe it?
My God,
How
you're
did
in
you do
shape.
that?
I'll
Thanks
jog
to
you
Long
are
John
in
Silver
shape.
for the food. And Rutledge
You
too.
are in
You're
shape.
going to love them. You're
let
going
me
to love
go
them.
here.
Trust me.
Long John Silver.
What kind of sauce is this?
We got to take a quick break here.
Take
We're
away
just
my
barely
food.
firing our engines on this edition of NASCAR Race Day built by the Home Depot. After Kyle and Kenny have a snack, we'll come back to the big stage and get you ready for one of the biggest nights in NASCAR. Welcome back, everyone, to Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina, as the fans are filing in for the Sprint All-Star Race, the 26th running of this All-Star Gala under the lights. Now, we hope you saw a show earlier this week that was on speed that helped celebrate the inaugural class of the Hall of Fame. We called it Storytellers, and it was quite a program, so we thought we'd ask our Steve Burns to tell us his favorite story about Dale Earnhardt.
Unlike a lot of the racers today who have really specific workout programs with trainers and specific diets, Dale Earnhardt, he had a lot of fitness, but it wasn't in a gym. He loved to work out on his farm, and he'd wear jeans and a shirt, and he'd bale hay and load hay onto trailers. I was out at his shop, his farm. It was shop, farm. He called it the same thing one day, and I was shooting footage of him actually. He was bringing in those big circular bales of hay that you might see on a farm and putting them in his barn, which I say barn. It was a huge building, open-ended at each side, and looked more like a warehouse to me, but he called it a barn. So my little S10 pickup truck was parked at the far end, and he came in through one end, and I was shooting footage of him as he went by. Well, he had some of his buddies in the barn, and all of a sudden I heard them laughing, and I spun around, and he had dropped the hay and taken his farm equipment and had picked my pickup truck. It was dangling on the forks of that, and he was just laughing hysterically. And I said, "You SOB, put my truck down." And of course, when I said that, he just let it slam down to the ground, and it was bouncing up and down. He thought that was the funniest thing. And as I cursed him again, I realized that he owned a dealership. So he just thought it was funny to bounce my pickup truck around off the forks of his tractor, but didn't do too much damage, and I was able to drive it home.
I won my first nationwide race in Volusia in 1991. Earnhardt says, "Come on up here. Let's have some spaghetti." You know, he was so famous he could hardly go out and eat. So there I am in his shop eating some spaghetti and salad, and he goes, "All right, gather your crew up. Tell them to all come up here." I ring-a-ding-ding, my nationwide team, they all come up there. It's past hours. He goes, "Come on, let me show you my farm." gets in a brand new full-size van, brand new. He's got a dealership, right? Got the sticker on it. And we're driving down. He goes, I think I'm going to put a road right here. And all the guys are ahead, hit the window. Not a road one. Earnhardt took this brand new van, went through the woods. There's a tree stump there. He gets up on it, gets stuck. Then he does the old Midwest thing, reverse. Drive. When we got done, race fans, we took a brand new van, and Earnhardt destroyed it. It was one of the best memories I've ever had. I mean, for somebody just to have a great time, and it was my celebration, the Big E, you know, me winning that first race. Never forget it.
That's when you knew the Big E liked you, when he messed with you.
And he destroyed a van.
And the story.
But
you know what? When you look at sections of time, Earnhardt Sr. was the throwback between the Richard Pettys and Bobby Allisons and the Cale Yarboroughs to the drivers that we have today. And he drove for Richard Childress, who was the throwback and that part of the driver. And they all got along so well. The best part about Steve Burns' story that I like is he's there shooting, and guess what? What's Earnhardt doing? He's working.
Yeah.
But who's there with him? Where's his entourage? Where's his PR person? Where's all his handlers? Where's all the people that we have today with the drivers? Earnhardt never had that.
That's the way it always was.
It was just the cows and the chickens.
It was me and you. Let's talk about it. Let's get it done. And I think that's why these people behind us love him so much, because he was that accessible.
And we are right down the road from K-Town, Kannapolis, North Carolina, where the Earnhardt family grew up. Want to tell you that the fun only starts tonight. It goes on tomorrow as well, live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Don't miss an epic television event for the ages when Bill France Sr., Bill France Jr., Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt rightfully take their place as the first inductees in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Right next door to the racetrack at the Charlotte Motor Speedway sits the dirt track at Charlotte. Next Friday night, you can take place in what they call the quarter-mile cookout during the day, and then at night, the World of Outlaws will have the sprint cars and the dirt modifieds racing on this wonderful facility. It is a great place to see a night of racing and also see perhaps some of NASCAR's stars of the future that may well end up here in the All-Star race in just a matter of years. The World of Outlaws has produced some great racers over the years. But here at All-Star Central, we talked just a moment ago about the 80s and how many surprises and fireworks there were. Well, the 1990s was no exception when it comes to the Sprint All-Star race.
He's got the inside. He's up to Earnhardt's bumper. Earnhardt turn. The racing service down on the left part of the racetrack. And it's Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty coming to the checkered flag. Here comes Davey Allison to the bottom. It'll be the finish everybody was waiting for. He crashed past the finish line. Unbelievable.
I don't know about the rules. There's racing. He was trying to win. I was too. It was my fault. I probably should have backed out before then.
Look at him make that move across the grass. Through the grass. He's gone. Ernie Irvan tried to pick up another check for $50,000. And instead, look what he got. It's Earnhardt all the way to the bottom. And he gets away with it.
Great move.
Hart start beating.
He's still got to go by a...
It's the Winston. I sucked it up and said, hope this don't hurt too bad.
Jeff Gordon's broken on the right flat lap. They are racing for the win here in the Winston. Unbelievable. Mark Martin wins his first career Winston.
I saw him slow at the white flag. I said, oh, he's going to make a race. You know, he's going to let me catch up and make a show here. And he never started going again, and I couldn't believe it.
I'm going to tell you, those were incredible races. When you look back and you look at the history of this event, and you look at the All-Star race, it's truly amazing that it comes down to that last little bit. Guys run out of gas, guys run through the grass, guys crash, guys do everything. You never, ever, ever know. Davey and our deal right there, that's Earnhardt spins. When does Earnhardt ever spin without getting touched? Earnhardt spins, Davey wrecks as we cross the line. I run second, Davey gets the money, goes to the hospital. I get nothing.
I think it's all sounding like a song to me.
It is a song, baby.
Going through the grass, crash on the last lap. I'll tell you what, This race is made of songs. Kyle is going to make a song after this race.
And you know what? Somebody wrote a terrible joke, and the only reason I'm repeating it is because they've probably already heard it. But they said after that one race where Jeff Gordon ran out of gas, they said, what does a gallon of gas cost at Hendrick Motorsports? $250,000.
Exactly.
Wow. That's not nice. But anyway, it's the All-Star race. They've heard it before. We're going to take another quick break here on NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. We are just barely firing our engines here as the fans come filing in. We got Kurt Busch coming up in just a little bit.
And welcome back to NASCAR Race Day, where we are getting you ready for the Sprint All-Star Race. Now, right before we went to break, we showed you the dirt track, but what else is really cool around Charlotte Motor Speedway? Well, it's the Z-Max Dragway, where I know they're having some festivities tomorrow for charity, the Finish Line Festival. You can check that out for more information. And here in the garage area where things are really starting to heat up, drivers have been very busy this morning with lots of media events, friends and family. Kurt Busch joins us. Now, Kurt, cool night for you because you're starting from the pole with qualifying canceled.
Yeah, it worked out really good for us. Just when we had that first pill draw, we were a bit nervous because the pit road's a little dirty when you first go out, and when you're trying to lay down good traction on the way out of the pit box, we're the first ones. So with the rain, we did all of the rain dance we could, and it turned out in our favor. So it's going to be exciting starting up front, and we're going to try to hold position all throughout the night.
Your sponsor always has really cool paint schemes. Anything we can expect on your race car tonight?
Yeah, it's got the Vortex bottle. It's a cool way to enjoy the great tasting taste of Miller Lite, and you can see the twist right up top. And no, I didn't jump in this. This was TR, a PR guy. He indulged in this last night, and we hope that we're spraying this all over each other after tonight's race. $1 million on the line, we're going for it.
Yeah, and I can imagine you will be. Now, talk about what kind of strategy do you and your crew chief Steve Addington have, because we have a little bit of twist with the pit stop going into the final 10-lap shootout. So what can we expect from a strategy from you guys?
Well, we're going to run the high groove most of the night. I think that's where our Miller Lite Dodge felt the most competitive. We're going to start up there to start the race, and then as the race progresses, we hope that we're right in the mix, right up front. And then with the way the pit stop is on the final time, it takes the guesswork out of it. You have to put 4 tires on. You probably put fuel in it just so you don't upset the balance of the car, and then let her rip from there. I expect those last 10 laps to be 30 laps long with all the yellows.
Now, what do you think about this racetrack? Because obviously it's rained this morning. It rained. We had lots of rain yesterday compared to what you practiced in yesterday. Are you concerned about the racetrack?
No, I think it's going to be fast, and plus the open guys, the showdown guys, they go out there first. We'll get to see what the pace is that they're setting and see a little bit of strategy that they're going to toss out there as well.
All right, so what do you think after that final pit stop? What's the best place to be?
You want to be on the outside pole. I mean, that's the best place to be. But I think, honestly, you got to be in the top 6 if you want a shot at winning the $1 million.
All right, top 6, according to Kurt Busch. We'll see what happens tonight. Johnny, one thing's for sure, he is starting from that top spot with a twist bottle.
Yes. Doesn't Darrell Waltrip always talk about a vortex of another kind? Well, that's for another show. We're going to take another break here on NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. But when we come back, he is a 4-time champion and a 2-time All-Star winner, and he will join us coming up on NASCAR Race Day. There was a time that Jimmy Johnson fans had reason to rejoice about coming to Charlotte. This was the house that Jimmy built for a while, and part of his success here includes 2 All-Star wins.
The first segment, we were a little bit free. We made some small adjustments to try to tighten it up just a little bit. We went a little bit too far for the second segment, so we're going to kind of go right in the middle, and hopefully we got it just right for the end. You never know. Maybe we'll get $1 million with this low Chevrolet.
One more time, hero.
Last year, he led the first 2 segments of this race and felt like the invert cost him a chance to win it all. Not this year.
Damn, is it got to be nice? Pull it back into victory lane.
Come on, wait a minute. You got to make another turn here. Don't start counting your chickens.
Last year, he won the first 2 segments. This year, he wins $1 million. Jimmy Johnson wins the Winston. $1,017,604 reasons to celebrate.
$1 million, baby.
Here's Jimmy Johnson, $1 million, and a checkered flag awaits him on turn 4.
Had the inversion been 11 cars, he would have restarted on the pole in segment 2. He would have been in that crash. Instead, it was 10. He had to start in 11th. He raced his way to the lead and the win, scoring his second victory in the All-Star Challenge here at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Tonight I had some adversity I had to overcome coming to pit road, speeding. The inversion didn't work out. I thought I was in the perfect position. That didn't work, and it still came back and won the segment.
And Jimmy Johnson, I got a question. You've won a couple of these All-Star races, and listening to you last year talk to Chad Canals, you didn't know how many laps were left, what segment you were in, what racetrack you were at. How'd you do that?
I still don't know the format this year, and I've been joking around with people that I'd pay attention if it didn't change every year. It's not worth anyone's time to focus too much on the format because it changes every year. But this year I've got a better idea. He's been over it twice with me, and I'll try not to irritate him through that tonight, but I'm sure I'll find other ways to irritate him.
Well, you know, obviously you love this racetrack, had a lot of success here over the years, and winning never gets old. And this is a big race for a lot of reasons, because not only the driver but the crews are involved. It's been a week-long, you know, celebration of everything that Sprint does in NASCAR. So I know you'd like to take on that $1 million.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, the other thing to add to all of that is that this is our night to thank the fans and our night to really lay it all on the line and show who is the all-star in our group. And I've been very fortunate to win this race a couple times and understand what it means at the end of the night to be there in victory lane, taking that check and celebrating. So it's a feeling that I really, really enjoyed, and I certainly hope to go through again tonight. And then at the end of the day, too, you kind of learn a little bit for the 600, and it's just you know, a fun way to spend the week.
Now, you were fast in practice. You must have messed up your qualifying lap a little bit. You got to start 7th. You going to be able to make that up tonight?
Yeah, the draw we messed up a little bit on. But I mean, how did we know it was going to turn out like that? I was a little bummed about being 7th because of the track conditions, you know, being a little warmer. But it's worked out, and we have an amazing race car. We unloaded and made a 20-lap run right out of the gate, and posted some really fast times and also consistent times. And then we went into Q-Trim and had everybody by a couple tenths. So I hope that things stay that way tonight. It's a green racetrack, and we'll take it from there.
Now, somebody told me early this week, Thursday night, you had an event called Jimmy Jams. I don't know if this was all you and your buddies running around in your pajamas or what was going on, but Darius Rucker was performing, I heard, and it's for a great cause. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were all clothed in street clothes. We had a great time. We were down at the Fillmore having a concert. Lowe's has done a great job of hosting some events. We did this last year, and then we're doing it again this year, where the fans of the Lowe's Fan Racing website are invited to come to this event. There's also some customer stuff going on with Lowe's and some business taking place there, so it's really not open to the public. But if you're a Lowe's Fan website member, you can come and check it out. We had a great act with Darius, and one, he's a great guy. Two, his music's awesome. Three, he's a huge race fan. We had a great night, a real big success.
And that show will air next Saturday at 7 p.m. And fans, if you're at home, if you want to get involved and contribute to this cause, you can text USO to 50555 and donate to the USO on behalf of these guys. JR?
Hermie, thanks a lot. You know, last weekend was a very difficult weekend for Red Bull Racing driver Brian Vickers. He had to step out of the car because he was undergoing treatment for blood clots around his lungs and in his legs. Casey Mears drove the car last weekend. He will drive the car this weekend as well. And at a press conference yesterday here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Brian Vickers announced that he would be out for the rest of the season.
The announcement that I have to make right now is that you know, Dr. Clementine, myself, and the people that we work through him have decided that due to what's happened and due to the blood thinners that I'm on, that I will be out of the car for a minimum of 6 months for the rest of the year. And if something changes and I can get back in sooner, then great. But right now, it's going to be the remainder of the season. As you can imagine, that is killing me. No pun intended. I really miss being back in the car. It was really hard last Sunday not to watch the race on TV, you know, not to be in the car. It was funny. I was laying in the hospital with all these things going on, and instead of asking probably the right questions, all I kept asking is, can I race this weekend? And they were trying to be nice and saying, oh, we'll talk about it, but probably not. And then as reality set in, I realized this was going to be a much longer process than normal. But that being said, as disappointing as this is, it's an opportunity that I'm going to use to make the most of life and try to make it a positive, learn something from it. I'm going to spend some time with the race team, learning some different roles, spending some time on the pit box, trying to understand more of what they go through, what they do, spend some time on the spotter stand with Chris. I want to thank Casey Mears and thank the whole team for stepping up to the plate. Casey getting in as a friend, fellow driver, and doing a great job. Scott, the other team, the 82, everybody involved. What they've done, they've been very supportive to this whole transition process.
You know, listening to Brian talk, there's a lot of emotion in that voice.
And that's a big deal. You know, I broke my leg in '91. Had to sit out for 4 or 5 months. Kenny Wallace filled in. There is, from a driver's perspective, to see your car, your team, and especially for Brian Vickers, a team like Red Bull, that he came in, was the first driver, helped build that team, brought that team from missing races and the bad luck and the bad things that happened to him. He and Ryan Pemberton brought that team to be a contender. They made the chase. And now 4 or 5 races, or excuse me, 10 or 12 races into this season, now he's out because of health reasons. And when you're out because of health reasons, mentally you still say, I can get in that car and go, even though you know your body can't. It's an incredibly emotional time. It's a hard time for a driver. But Brian says he's going to learn. He's going to go with the team. He's still going to be a part of the team. And when Casey comes back, everyone knows that's Brian's car.
And you could tell that Brian Vickers has a great sense of humor, because he said the problem is I can drive the car, I just can't wreck the car. That's the problem. And the doctor said, well, if you can promise me you won't wreck, you can drive. But that's, not, of course, not going to happen. And filling in for him is Casey Mears, and he is standing by with Wendy Venturini. Wendy?
Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, it was really great to see and hear from Brian Vickers this weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And the guy that's taking place for Brian Vickers, what seems to be for our next few races, possibly the rest of the year, Casey. How much pressure is it for you, or is it you just kind of step in and take over for a little bit?
Well, I mean, it's I don't think it's a whole lot different than any other time you ever get in a race car. I mean, you want to perform every time you get in. Obviously, the better you do, the better it is for everybody. So we're just focused on doing that. I mean, yesterday we weren't real happy. I wasn't happy with the way the car was handling, just because, you know, I haven't been in this scenario for a while. You know, Ryan and Brian both have worked together for quite a while to build something that worked very, very well for them together. At the same time, it's quite a bit different than what I've been used to. So we've just been really trying to find that happy medium. Although we want to go win this race today, there's a lot of money on the line, obviously. We're in it to win it this weekend. At the same time, it's a great opportunity, not being a points race, for us to test a little bit and kind of figure out what I need out of the car versus what Brian did. And that's kind of what we're doing tonight. We made some big changes from yesterday, and you know, hopefully more in the direction of what I've been used to.
And how difficult is that? Because obviously these cars were built for Brian's driving style and what Brian likes, and then you're stepping into his role. How much can you really change in the next few months that you'll be stepping into his seat?
Well, I think the built-in parts and pieces are still very, you know, somewhat standard. You know, it's what you bolt underneath it that's been a lot different, and there's a lot of good things about it. It's just different to drive than what I've been used to. So in a short amount of time, we're trying to find out what's the quickest path. You know, me to learn how to drive these cars, or, you know, them going more towards what I've been used to. And we're going to try that tonight. We're trying to go more towards that direction. You know, see how it applies to the Red Bull team, and we'll go from there. But we're making a lot of progress, learning a lot in the meantime. Hopefully we'll have some fun tonight.
You're stoked, aren't you, to race the All-Star?
I can't wait. You know, I mean, it's a bittersweet thing. You know, obviously I know Brian wants to be here. At the same time, I didn't earn it. You know, so this is one of those races that you really want to feel like you earned your way in. But this team definitely did. You know, they put in a lot of work and effort. And you know, the late scenario with Brian, it was the right thing to do to let the team in. And I'm fortunately the guy that gets to do that. So you know, I wish Brian was out there running, but at the same time, it's very fun to run this race.
Well, it's great to be seeing you in the garage area and with Team Red Bull, and it's great to see Brian Vickers here at the track this weekend, Johnny. And of course, he will take some time off. He's going to come to the track here and there, but he said he's going to take advantage of some downtime that he doesn't usually get.
Wendy, thanks a lot. And Casey Mears, remember, you at least earned some credit about racing at this track. He won back in 2007, won the Coke 600 here at Charlotte, so he knows something about getting around this racetrack. Now, what happens when you put together Rutledge Wood, Michael Waltrip, and Denny Hamlin? Well, to quote Denny, all of us here, we love love, but does the Toyota sponsor fire? That's the question.
Thanks, John. We're over here at the Toyota display with Ed Laukus from Toyota Racing. And Ed, you guys have had such a great year with the sponsor fire. We see 2 of the cars from the great commercials. What are we doing over here today?
This thing's been so much fun. As you know, we launched it in Speed Weeks in Daytona on Speed Channel. There was the fans have come out, made 84,000 cars in the gallery. We've had over 1 million votes. You see the people are everywhere. It's just a spectacular campaign.
No, but today we have something special, right? There are cars here. These are the 3 winners, right? 3rd, 2nd, and 1st.
That's right. That's right. We have the 3rd place car, 2nd place car, and of course the winning car.
Well, I think it's time to unveil. Ladies, can you show us our 3rd place car? Now tell me about this one.
And this car is Caitlin's Wish.
Wow, look at that. Now, this was designed by Pepper. She did this in memory of her daughter, and just what a wonderful thing this is. Such a special tribute. Got the beautiful little feet prints, the wonderful hearts. What a cool thing you guys get to be a part of.
Yeah, we're really proud of it, and it really turned out great.
This is awesome. Hey, let's get over here. This is our second place car. Ladies, if you will, and tell me about this one.
And this is our Purple Heart car.
Look at this. This is so cool. This was designed in tribute of Eric, one of the guy's friends that helped put it together, and all the men and women who fought all over the world. What a special thing this is, special with Memorial Day coming up, and they put Joey Logano's number on there. This is way cool, but there's even more, Ed.
Really, really special for Memorial Day, especially with the Purple Heart and with all the veterans that are out here, absolutely.
And what a cool thing this is out here. Ed, thank you for your help. Now, for this last car, our winner, we had to call in some experts. We've got Denny Hamlin here and Michael Waltrip helping us unveil. Guys, I think it's time to do it. Unveil the winner of the Sponsorifier. Now, look at that. Now, this car was designed by Faye, right over here. Faye is the grandmother of our sweet friend Carson right here, and the car is called Praying for Carson. Faye, tell me about this and how you came up with the idea.
Carson was the inspiration for the car in hopes to bring awareness to his rare lung disease. There's less than 200 cases diagnosed in the United States.
And it's called NEH, I presume, knee-high. Everybody can learn about it. Anyone can get it. And this beautiful little fella, Carson, right here, is just doing so wonderful. Oh, he's blowing kisses to everybody at home. Well, what have you thought so far? You've had a whirlwind week. Toyota brought you here. You won the Sponsorifier, and thousands of people all over this country voted to support you guys.
That is so awesome. The vision for the car was his future for me, in hopes that he would be out without his oxygen, you know, like little boys are supposed to be, playing with bugs and butterflies and caterpillars and things like that. So that's the whole point, is to bring awareness to what he lives with every day, and to hopefully fund some research to help these kids get off of this oxygen.
Well, Faye, congratulations. You guys did such a great job. Fiver. Oh, gosh, I love this guy. Now, Denny, you've got something really special. This is your car. I mean, they made this for the 11. That's pretty awesome.
This is an amazing looking car. It's yeah, really, I can't wait to see it on the racetrack. It's an honor that everyone voted for this, and obviously for a great cause for Carson. And I can't thank Michael for coming out here and helping me unveil this thing.
Yeah, and Mikey, you've got Carson. I mean, this is one of his shirts right there. I mean, what are you doing hanging out with us?
Well, I wanted to suck up to Denny and tell him that I could pull those 11s right off here and stamp 55 on the side of it and maybe race this thing somewhere. You think that'd be a good idea, Denny?
Where would you like to race?
I want to race Sonoma. That's a fun track, hills, turns, ups and downs. The ladybugs and all the designs would look so cool cutting through the hills of California.
You know what, I'm kind of actually liking his idea, and to me, Michael's a good friend of mine, so whatever it takes to get Michael back on the racetrack, I think I'm willing to give up this car to do it.
How cool is this? Thank you, everybody, for voting for the Sponsorifier. Thank you for our buddy Carson being here. Praying for Carson. Mikey's going to race it at Sonoma. Denny, you guys, thank you so much. Mikey, I can't wait to see it. And thank you guys. Back to y'all. Sponsorifier, so much fun.
Rutledge, thanks a lot, and thank you, Rut, for not wearing the kitten suit that you had on a couple of weeks ago that was very disturbing. Here you see some sunny skies over Charlotte Motor Speedway. Don't forget, we got the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge coming up in a little bit. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. Stay with us.
Anyone can take checkered. It's what you do with the tires that make you a true winner. And we got guys chomping at the bit to burn some rubber. The Victory Challenge is around the turn. NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot.
After the checkered flag is waved, be sure to check out NASCAR Victory Lane, fueled by Sunoco, and catch all of the race highlights and raw emotion straight from Victory Lane. Also, go to speedtv.com, keyword Sunoco, to enter for your chance to win an autographed flag signed by the winner of tonight's race. Now, there is a good chance we may see the number 48 team as that winner tonight, as they have had so much success at this racetrack over the past couple of years. So who better to go to than the Chad Knaus, for our Sunoco Pit Strategy of the Week.
So you want something a little bit different? Well, you've got it this weekend, the All-Star race here in Charlotte. Everybody's backyard, a lot of bragging rights come into play this weekend. Now, we did test here just a few months ago to try to get the spoiler figured out, so that was a little bit of practice for everybody. We had a little bit of practice here on Friday as well, but the thing you have to realize is we race at nighttime, and this track is one of the most temperature-sensitive racetracks of any that we actually go to. So this is going to be very, very difficult for the teams to get the balance for the early part of the race, especially if you have to qualify for the All-Star race in the first event, and then when you start racing at 9 o'clock at night when the track's completely different and a lot cooler than what it is. You go about 52 laps on a Sunoco fuel run, and that's where it starts to get a little bit tricky for the crew chiefs. You have to make a pit stop at that first 25-lap segment. Some guys may opt to not take fuel, some guys may take fuel. You got 2 20-lap segments after that. How you work your tire strategy, how you work your fuel load is really going to be how you line up for the end of the race. Some guys last year opted not even to pit for that last 20-lap segment, and they actually ran up front for most of the night. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the sparks are definitely going to fly.
Chad, thanks. Let's take a look at the race format. 100 laps, 150 miles. There are 4 segments, a 50-lap segment to begin. 4-tire stop at lap number 25, 20 laps, and then the 10 green flag laps at the end, where we remember last year, those 10 laps, well, they changed the sport forever. Segment 1, a mandatory pit stop on lap number 25. You have to take 4 tires. And on segment number 4, as you go into segment number 4, here's the new twist. You go out under the pace laps. After a pace lap, you come in, make a 4-tire pit stop. The way you get out is the way you start segment number 4.
You better be up front on segment 3 because that determines how you come into pit road. You're going to have to run hard the whole race, Kyle. Yeah, and 2 mandatory pit stops in this race. 1 in the first 50, 1 in the last 10. That's big for this race because that does bring the team into it. Just as Kenny said, you better be up front because if you're not up front, you got a snowball's chance, if you know what I'm saying.
Each year, NASCAR tweaks the rules just a little bit to make it more about the fans and more about the crews, and they have done exactly that this year. A lot of excitement and sparks coming your way under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll be back with much more on the Sprint All-Star race coming your way.
That's good points for a dome. I think the winner should blow his rear tires out. Woo! He's lighting them up. He's taking the Pennzoil sign out little by little.
I bet NASCAR's going to call him into the holler after this.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
So Kevin Harvick was the big winner last year in the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. What a cool event we have here tonight. It's coming your way in a little bit. It's one thing to win a race, but how you celebrate has a lot to do afterwards. And that's why these drivers get a chance to show just exactly how they celebrate in the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. And for more on that, let's send you down inside to Hermie Sadler. Hermie?
Yeah, standing by with the cars here for the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. Now, to win a race on any given Sunday, what do you want? You want rear grip, forward bite. To win a burnout competition, you want to go here to the front tire. You want frontal bite instead of forward bite. How do you get that? Look inside this race car right here. You can see, I'll get my camera guy to shoot right in here inside this car. See that brake? It's a blue dial right there, the brake bias dial. You turn the bias all the way to the front. Put all the brake pressure on the front of the car to stop the front tires from moving. Then you grab a gear, pop the clutch, and let her reek. Now, these guys have got to be careful. It's not just about who can create the most smoke. You get bonuses if you hit certain objects on the course. You get penalties if you do the donut in the grass or on the logos. You get disqualified if you hit the wall. So these guys have got to do their best burnout to impress the judges and not make mistakes. So these guys are going to get in these cars, dial all the brake to the front, and let her go, and may the best man win, guys.
Yeah, no question about that. That's always been a lot of fun over the years, and it's style points that count, you know? Not only just how much smoke, like Hermie said, it's style points, and you have a chance to get bonus points or get subtracted this year.
Here's what I love about burnouts. Is if you'd have done this about 15 years ago, you'd have been fired. You'd have been fired, and they'd have fined your butt off for messing up the racetrack, for bidding up on the chip, for tearing up the cars, for doing all this stuff. It's just a recent phenomenon. You know what I mean? Just like the slam dunk or the three-point play in basketball when we have the All-Star event, and you do that stuff, that become a part of basketball. This has become a part of this sport, and it's a cool part of the sport because it allows the fans to participate.
And you know what's funny about the burnouts after the races sometimes? Kyle Busch will come around and win a race, and the fans will go, boo, boo. But then he gets out there and he starts spinning his tires. They're all up against the fence going, yay, yay.
Woo! I see a video game coming out of this deal for sure, but some of my favorite burnouts are when drivers really do them after a win and they hit the wall. We've had guys in victory lane at Dover, Delaware. I don't know who it was, I forgot, but got into the wall because the front straightaway is banked. So I do believe that if you hit the wall in the Pennzoil burnout tonight, illegal. So I can't wait to start announcing this deal. Just stay tuned.
I like when the guys actually flatten their tires. They run them so hard they knock them out of air and have to limp into the victory lane afterwards. That's always exciting as well. And that Pennzoil Ultimate Victory Challenge is going to be all kinds of exciting coming up here. We're going to have it live for you here on Speed, as well as the showdown and the 26th running of the Sprint All-Star Race. Stay with us. We got you covered.
We've seen the champ hit the skids.
Well, we're done.
A surprise 500 winner. And the resurgence of RCR.
Hell of a job, buddy. One hell of a job. Woo!
We'll look back through the first 12 races to show you how 2010 has shaped up so far. Straight ahead, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot.
We are getting closer and closer to one of the biggest nights in NASCAR on any given season, and that's the Sprint All-Star Race. Joey Logano is getting ready to start his second All-Star Race. He was the fan vote winner last season, and now he's going to take us on a Home Depot hot lap.
Hey, this is Joey Logano, and this is your Home Depot hot lap. This week, it's all about the team. Here at the All-Star Weekend, there's a lot of things going on. You got the pit stop competition that happened the other night, and that's always cool. You really get the team in there, and it brings the team even more than what it is every week. So that determined where we start to qualify here. During the race, obviously, you're going to have the green flag pit stop with 25 laps into it. And at the end there with 10 to go, when you're going to have that money stop, you're going to have 10 laps to go, got to take 4 tires, and you really want to position yourself good for that last couple laps there. So that's going to be a big deal. So this week it's all about the team, and I think that's really cool. So that's your Home Depot hot lap.
You know, normally this is a cool week here in Charlotte over the years that it's been. Only 1 year has the race ever been outside of Charlotte. That's when it went to Atlanta in '86, then back in Charlotte ever since. But another thing that has made this week so cool, not only the Pit Crew Challenge, but the opening ceremonies for the Hall of Fame, and also tomorrow we're going to have the induction ceremony for the first 5. The Hall of Fame's been a buzz all week.
We're in a new era for our sport right now. Me and Kyle discussed it a couple weeks ago. You fans can come to the Birth Center was Daytona Beach, but this is the home. This is where NASCAR's got their offices. This is where Petty Motors, Richard Petty, all of you are just right here. And, I look at Kyle, and I think, man, what a great family. Your dad is going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. There's so much going on right here in Charlotte.
Yeah, and the All-Star race has grown. It used to just be the race. You talk about it going to Atlanta one time and all this. It used to just be a race. Now it's a pit stop competition or the pit crew competition. It's we're seeing these guys do their burnouts and all this stuff. There's so many things that go on during the course of the week. And then this week, you throw the Hall of Fame in on top of that. And that makes it incredibly special. Holman and Moody, when they based out of here back many years ago, pretty much set the standard and said, Charlotte will be where stock car racing is always going to be. And it's been there since.
And that is where Hermie Sadler is, Charlotte as well. Charlotte Motor Speedway, standing by with a guy who has already notched a few wins this season. Hermie?
Well, they've been on the roll on the racetrack, has Denny Hamlin. Your crew did the job this week, won the pit crew competition, got you a great pit stall. Can you keep the momentum going tonight?
I don't know. We got hit with a triple whammy. We got no practice. We got to start in the back, obviously, because of the motor, and we don't have any scuffed tires. So it's going to be a toss-up. We don't really know what we have. That's the honest truth about it. We've got somewhat of an experimental setup in it, and we'll just see how it goes. We can only go forward.
Well, I picked you to win. If I'd have known all this information, I might have wavered a bit. But the bottom line is confidence and momentum accomplish a lot in this business, and your crew is on the money. You guys are on the money. Talk about this All-Star race, though. They changed the rules a little bit every time. Where do you think you need to be going into this final 10 laps to legitimately have a shot? Because it may be more than 10 laps when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it's if there's going to be no cautions, you need to be in in the front 2 rows. If there's going to be cautions at the last 10, you need to be in the first 3 rows, I think. So there's no telling. I mean, you're going to have guys really being aggressive, and you just got to do whatever you got to do to get that checker flag first. But it's we've seen in the past, especially now that we have 3 green-white checkers, if we use one, I'm sure we'll use them all.
So what do you think, JR? Denny, no practice, no scuffed tires, but a guy that can wheel a race car and a lot of good things going for this group. They'll be there when it counts, no question about it.
Hey, Hermie, this is a guy that won races with one leg. I mean, what can he do this year? Denny Hamlin's on a roll. But you know what? Anything can and will happen. Let's remember, those pit crews are going to be absolutely crucial tonight, like it should be. A treat for the fans, under the lights, under the stars here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're getting closer and closer to the pageantry of the All-Star race and the best of the best racing under the lights in NASCAR's home.
I'm an animal, a freak without warning, hustling from dusk to dawning. I keep animal. I'm an animal. Animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. Animal. I'm an animal.
Some people see last year's All-Star race as the beginning of the success of Stewart-Haas Racing, but it actually goes way back, long before that, when they put together the group that made a championship run for both cars in the first year of their existence. That is Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman are the drivers. Tony Stewart and Gene Haas being the owners, and Wendy, these guys are trying to get back to the same success they had last year, and they've already taken one big step, and that's putting Ryan Newman in victory lane.
They sure have, and what better place to change things around than tonight at the All-Star race. I don't know what producers were thinking when they put Ryan and Tony on the set with me. This is scary. Do we remember last time? I think it involved a cake.
Did it? Oh, it did involve a cake last time we did this together.
I didn't get cake in my face.
It wasn't.
I avoided
It wasn't a bad ordeal though.
Birthday cake or a?
It was the Army birthday.
The Army.
Oh, that's right.
The Army birthday cake. All right, Tony, here we are. 1 year later. Can you repeat?
Well, we're in the race, so of course we have a shot at it. I don't know how good a shot we have, but we'll go out and do the best we can tonight. You know, we didn't think before the last segment started last year we had a shot at it, and all of a sudden Darian Grubb made some awesome changes that really brought our car to life. So anything can happen tonight.
Ryan, it seems like just yesterday, it was 2002, your rookie year when you won the All-Star race. Anything really can happen on a given night, especially on this All-Star race. What are you expecting for tonight?
Just like 2002, we weren't even in the race before, before we won the showdown or whatever it was called back then. So, we didn't know what to expect, and you never know what to expect in these All-Star races. If somebody comes from the showdown or comes from the fan vote, as Casey Kane did, it's such a great race what Sprint does for this All-Star race to be able to go out and just do short segments and race hard every lap. It makes it so much fun from a driver's standpoint.
It is, and I think Kyle Petty has a question for you guys now.
Yeah, I got one for Tony. Tony, you guys seem to hit your stride here at Charlotte last year. You did something last year as an owner, as a driver, bringing this team out, and did something that a lot of people in the garage area, a lot of fans said couldn't happen, that this couldn't be done by a driver in the modern era. You did it. Now, you don't have the sophomore jinx, I don't think, because the 39 car with Ryan is winning races. But where are you guys off this year compared to where you were at last year? Because once you hit your stride, you guys were on.
Yeah, it's definitely been an odd start to the second season for us, for sure. It's we had a lot of trouble last year getting Ryan going, and mainly it was on the pit stop side, and we're getting a handle on the pit crew side there, and the pit stops are a lot better. But on the 14 car, we've been struggling for sure. It's not been a fun year by any means, but we've got a lot of great partners with us and great people behind us that believe in what we're doing, and we haven't given up. Ryan's got in victory lane, which really has, in my opinion, put the last piece in the puzzle for us on goals, except for winning a championship. So, he's been the one that's been carrying us this year, and we've really been leaning on him and relying on Ryan's help to get ourselves back on track. But it's been fun, but at the same time it's been frustrating. It's been fun to watch Ryan have the success and be running as good as he's running this year, but it's been a little frustrating for Darian and myself.
Ryan, back in 2002, when you won this race, you said it was a career changer. It made you an all-star. Do you have any advice for anybody else? I mean, what effect did that have on you when you beat the best that night?
Well, it's the best on home turf. Everybody has that home field advantage, and nobody expected us to even be in the race. Humpy was in his mode of picking winners year after year, and we weren't in the race. And we proved people wrong, and those are defining moments in your career and in your life, is when you prove people wrong and you say, hey, we can do this, and we just did it. So we'll go cash a check and we'll go on to the next race.
All right, Ryan, we got to let you go in just a minute because you have the burnout contest you're getting ready to do. But it's a big night, Tony, for your sponsors and for your cars.
Yeah, we've got Burger King on tonight, so it's cool to have the last time we ran the Burger King car, we won at Daytona with it, so excited to get that paint scheme back out and have these guys back on board with us, and got a really, really cool promotion coming up where up to 12,000 fans can get their name on the hood of the car. So it's going to be a cool promotion, and from now through June 4th, fans can sign up and actually get their name on the car.
All right, so tell me about tonight. Give me your prediction. Last lap, Ryan's leading. Will you put a bumper to him to win? And, he just walked away to go do the burnout competition, so you could tell us now.
Yeah, he's still listening, though. As he's watching the whole time he's walking away here. But, if we get a chance to run 1-2, it'll be the first time that we've ever had that opportunity. And trust me, I loved winning this race last year, and I'd love to win it this year. But I'll race him just the same as I would anybody else. And the thing about this is it's kind of a no-holds-barred race, but at the same time you're going to race guys with respect and race them the same way that you'd want to be raced. So I just hope we're in that position where I have to make that decision on the last lap.
Oh, I know, it would be a tough one. Well, good luck tonight, and of course Tony Stewart starts 11th and teammate Ryan Newman starts 10th. Johnny?
And Wendy, Tony put it exactly right. If you're on the track, you have a chance to win, and perhaps in this short shootout type of a race, well, you're going to have a chance to win this as well. It is called the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. The burnout competition is coming your way in just a moment. It's a great way to kick off the night.
Next week, the points are back as the fastest 43 helps celebrate the long weekend with the season's longest race. And 600 miles means more action, more racing, and more mayhem. Who survives the beast? Live from Charlotte, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot.
It is racing in its purest form. Fireworks before, during, and after. The Sprint All-Star Race brings the best of the best to their own backyard for a brawl. It was last year when Tony Stewart and his new number 14 team took the $1 million and launched a very successful season, which started right here. And Tony Stewart is back once again this year to make another mark in the All-Star event. Joey Logano was your fan vote winner, and we remember a couple years back, the guy who wins the fan vote has just as good of a shot at winning the All-Star race as anybody else in the field. Let's take a look at the format. Few twists for you this year, but not many. It's 100 laps, 150 miles, 4 segments, 50 laps, a 4-tire stop at lap number 25, and then that 10 green flag lap shootout at the end will definitely bring the fans to their feet, and also something that gives drivers a few butterflies in their stomachs. About $1 million to win this thing. Kenny, let's take a look at the pit stop rules. Segment number 1, you got a mandatory pit stop on lap number 25, and you must take 4 tires.
I really think that you're going to have to run hard every segment. I don't think you're going to be able to lay back, because look at segment 3. Segment 3 means whoever is leading, Kyle, comes down pit road first. Get those tires on quick.
Yeah, I'm with you. You've got to run hard every lap. Ted keeps telling us from the truck here that drivers should know how many races.
Hi, Ted.
Hey, Ted. How many laps are in a race? These drivers don't care how many laps are in the race. They're going to run 50 laps as hard as they can. They're going to run 20 laps as hard as they can. Going to run another 20 laps as hard as they can, and then they're going for the gold. And that's the way it is. When the checkered flag comes out, they know to put their tongue back in their mouth because they've run it until it's there.
Let's take a look at the showdown lineup to see who is in this preliminary race that is really going to be a barn burner. David Reagan, by virtue of the draw, because this showdown qualifying got rained out, put some of the best in the business that are dying to get in this All-Star event in the back of the pack.
And let's be clear, they only take 2 out of this race and the fan vote. So the top 2 and the fan vote winner. And we will not know that until after this race is over.
Juan Pablo Montoya starts outside of row number 7. Jeff Burton starts inside of row number 9. Martin Truex starts outside of row number 10. Now, those guys are going to be charging to the front because, as Kenny put it, we got 18 drivers already in this race. We're going to add 3 more out of this showdown, and every last one of them is just as hungry as the next. You look at the 99 of Carl Edwards. He is back there, and he is going to be making a hard charge. 2 20-lap segments, guys.
Yeah, that's 2 20-lap segments.
That's not much time.
That's not much time at all. And we've been in this race. You know, you can sit here and a lot of things change, but 20 laps at Charlotte doesn't change. It's still just 20 laps. And it's tough. When you look at the guys in front of him, when you look at the practice speeds from the other day, when you look at the way things are, he's got to not only make time on the racetrack, he's got to make time in traffic, which is really hard at Charlotte.
And this is another part of this event that brings us back to the roots of racing. You got to win in the showdown, or at least finish second, or get the fan vote to move ahead and race in the All-Star race. Here are the drivers getting ready to go for the $1 million under the lights, and everybody out there has a shot at it. Stay with us, everybody. NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. We'll be back. All-Star Week here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway is all about having a lot of fun and giving the fans a treat. The Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge is also referred to as the Burnout Competition, a great way to celebrate victory and a great way to kick off this evening. We have the stars of NASCAR out for this and some guys who know how to get the burnout done after the race. David Rudiman won the Coke 600 here last year, and that is how he is in the All-Star race and how he is eligible for the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge as well. Jamie McMurray is your most recent Daytona 500 winner. Kyle Busch, well, he goes out and wins a lot of races in all 3 top series, so he is in the Victory Challenge as well. Then it's Harvick, Joey Logano, Clint Boyer, and Ryan Newman. And you know, Kyle Busch has an opportunity for a very rare triple this weekend. He's won the truck race, won other races along the way. Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Boyer, Ryan Newman round out your drivers in the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. Now let's take a look at the format. The 30-second freestyle competition will be scored by judges on each driver's ability to do the perfect burnout, and $10,000 to the winning driver will go to their favorite charity. If the car hits the wall, the driver is disqualified. If the car enters the grass or does excessive burnouts on the logos, there is a 10-point penalty. So guys, it's tough.
It's fair, though, because if you hit the wall, that means you've damaged the car. You don't want that in reality. But I also like it where they put up those little cones if you hit them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And now that's good, though.
And this is fun.
It's good to hit the cone.
Hey, and this is for fun, but whoever thought we would be talking about the art of the burnout? The art
it
of
is
the
an
burnout.
art. Some guys are good at it.
It really is. It really is.
Some guys celebration.
Some guys do it, and you're thinking, my God, I wish I could practice that in my driveway. and some guys do it, and it's like, man, don't do that in public ever again. Ever again.
Yeah. And let's now go to Wendy. And Wendy, this is an art form now. You always have the celebrations, but the burnout is an art form.
Yes, it truly is. Now, David Rudiman, last year when he won the Coke 600, David, you had a unique thing because you weren't allowed to do a burnout because of the rain out. So does that mean you've been practicing for this?
No, I haven't been able to get any practice, unfortunately, this year. So we're going to have to go out and learn as we go. And I'm the first guy to go out and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. So they filled me in, but I don't, like I say, I don't have a lot of experience in this event. Don't have any experience in this event at all. So it'll be a learn as I go process.
I hear you get extra points when you hit those cones over there. So do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to hit them. I think you can. Yeah. Again, I guess go out there and be out of complete chaos and see what happens.
All right. Well, good luck to David Rudiman. Hermie?
Well, I know you love to do a good burnout, but are you versed on all the rules that we got going on here? I mean, you could get penalized and lose this thing if you don't act right.
Yeah, I've never had rules of burnout. Usually it's screaming and excited and just having fun of the thrill of a win. But actually, I got a new idea. I'm going to try to find a lady that's riding with me. Maybe she'd like to drive. I might ride with her.
Well, Jackie Curry, Dale Curry's sister with John Boy and Billy, she's riding with you, and she is scared to death, just FYI. But listen, you seem like the kind of guy, they tell you you cannot do excessive burnouts on the logos. I can see you sitting on that logo and burning it down.
I wonder what the fine is for that.
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. That's Clint Boyer. He'll have a good time, JR.
Hermie, thanks a lot. It is now time for us to meet our distinguished panel of judges, and these guys, well, they're going to be tough. They look tough. We all know about Mr. Excitement himself, Jimmy Spencer. He is a veteran judge of this competition, and alongside of Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer, we have pound for pound one of the best players in the National Football League, and that is Steve Smith. Scott Stapp is in the middle. We have wrestler Jeff Hardy, and Mark Tremonti also is from the band Creed, who guys are working very hard tonight, and they are ready to give their judgment on these burnouts or victory laps or victory celebrations. So one new twist this year, if you hit the pylon, you get bonus points. If you hit the wall, it's bad. If you hit the pylon, it is good. And we told Jimmy before the competition started, he doesn't get to subtract or add points, that they're going to do that in the truck for him.
But Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer, they've got to spin around and hit him with the rear of their car. So that's going to be exciting. You just can't run into it.
You know what would be cool? What if those things were like stuffed with like candy, like a piñata?
Or like
cool
a
would that be?
cannon, like you hit and the bomb goes off.
That would be so cool.
Now, Kyle will change the rules a little bit later, but now we got to stick with the rules we got right now, and it's the first time in NASCAR that it's really good to hit something. That doesn't usually happen, Wendy.
Oh, yeah, it's good to hit something tonight, right now, but not later on in the All-Star race. Now, Joey Logano, you're going to be the second car to go out right after David Rudiman. Are you hoping to learn something from him?
Well, we were just joking about that because this is the first time he's done it too, and he doesn't know what he's doing out there either. So we'll be the blind leading the blind here for this one. So I'm going to watch and see what he does, and hopefully do more. If whatever cheers, everyone cheers, we're going to do more of that. So I don't know. I guess there's some pylons we got to hit out there, and there's bonus points if we hit it at the back or the front. So biggest thing, I guess, just make it spectacular and make everyone happy.
The part that stinks is that a lot of times if you get a nationwide win, you can't even do a burnout because they save those engines.
I know, that's true. So I need to win some more races so I can do some burnouts more often.
All right, well, good luck to Joey. Hermie?
Yeah, I'm standing with the guy who did the ultimate burnout at the Daytona 500. So how do you take what you learned in the Daytona 500 burnout and apply it here today?
Well, we only get 30 seconds. So it's when they asked me to do this, I wanted to be a part of it, but it's hard to get creative and do something unique. But I don't know, it'd be fun to try to hit the pylons and just go out there and have fun. It's certainly for a good cause. So.
Are you versed on all the rules on how you can gain points and lose points in this competition?
A little bit, yeah. They did tell me that if I went in the grass, that would not be good. And I thought that Harvick knew all the rules, so I started making rules up when I was talking to him, and he looked at me and he was like, really? And I hadn't even going, and my PR guy threw me in the bus, and he's like, no, that's not one of the rules. So I don't know that anybody truly knows all the rules.
Well, a little bit of gamesmanship going on down here, but Jamie McMurray going to see if he can get a burnout that'll please the fans and, most importantly, the judges, JR.
And one guy who does know all the rules is our good friend, Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer. He is one of the judges. And, Jimmy, the reason I know that you know the rules is because I saw you studying earlier today.
Well, I did, Johnny. And, you know, the thing is, I like Jamie McMurray's theory. Because if you could convince somebody that you could hit the wall and get bonuses, you actually get kicked out. But I'm excited about Pennzoil doing this. Again, I'm proud to be part of it. My distinguished guest here, I think it's awesome. And I'm looking forward to it, man. The fans are here, and it's pretty cool. And let's face it, Steve Smith, you know about celebrations, don't you?
A little bit, but not in a car.
Hey, I watched this guy go around this, drive around in the car, and he says, you know what? I'm going to keep trying to catch footballs for the Carolina Panthers, and I think he's the best in the NFL. I love it. I'm glad he's being part of this.
I don't know what's more dangerous, though, out there on the racetrack or some of the guys that try to hit Steve Smith. They're pretty big and pretty fast, but again, pound for pound, one of the toughest and best players in the NFL is the Carolina Panthers' Steve Smith. So we got some tough race cars and hopefully tough tires out here. We're getting very close to David Rudiman, and as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, David Rudiman is the only driver making his first All-Star appearance. That could change because the fans could vote a guy into the All-Star race for his first time, or one of the first two winners in the showdown could be a first-time All-Star participant. Let's hear from Wendy Venturini one more time. Wendy?
Well, thank you, Johnny. And I'm with Kyle Busch, and Kyle and I were just discussing the rules, which neither of us can really figure it out.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it changes every year. It's like the All-Star race. You never know what the new rules are or what you got to do. So, you know, hopefully I figured out. I know there's, I guess, a couple pylons out there for us to hit, so at least that's better than last year. They told you not to hit anything, and I hit everything, so it's better for me.
Yeah, I know you took hit against the wall, so any chances your rider will go against the wall again today?
I hope not. The wall's a little unsafe. The rest of the stuff's pretty easy to hit.
All right, have you discussed strategies with drivers? You trying to play some mental games here for this challenge?
No, not really. Everybody's just trying. Well, yeah, actually there were a couple because we were trying to figure out whether you go in first gear, second gear, or third gear. Boyer said first, Harvick said third. I know it's second. So I think they're all trying to mess with Newman and Logano and David, who are the only guys, the rookies coming out here.
Well, there you have it. Good luck to Kyle Busch. Johnny?
Wendy, thanks a lot. Driver number 00, David Rudiman from Michael Waltrip Racing, is in this all-star race by virtue of winning the Coca-Cola 600. Let's see how he can celebrate on Charlotte Motor Speedway. Go, David.
And here's what I say. Off your seat and on your feet, David Rudiman, here he goes. Oh, Kyle, I'm a little disappointed right now.
Yeah, this is, but you know what? First guy out, you know, you gotta go. You gotta go. That's points. I don't care what he's doing. Can you just run over the cones?
He's got 15 seconds left, race fans. He's looking pretty good right now.
Under the watchful eye of the judges.
And he's doing pretty good. I mean, he said this was his first time. He needs to get a cone real quick. Give me a cone. Give me a cone.
David,
yes.
23 seconds for David Rudiman.
That's huge, man. That's huge. That's good.
With 3 seconds to go, he gets the last one. That's it.
That's good.
And that is it. So the car is still intact. 2 pylons are not intact. And David Rudiman is off to a great start in his first ever Pennzoil Ultra Challenge. All right, let's see what we have from the judges. Mr. Excitement, you start us off.
Oh, I thought that was good, and he did a really good job hitting the second cone. I'm giving him an 8.
Ooh. All right, let's go down the line. Jimmy, get your other judges going there.
Steve Smith, 8. The guys from Creed, it's Mark, 8. Yeah. Scott says 8. What are you saying, Hardy?
And 1 9 at the end.
All right,
Hardy.
that's a 40.
There we go.
That's a 40.
All right, he likes it a lot. That is not bad whatsoever. Good start for David Rudiman, and these guys are pretty generous for judges, I would say.
They were very generous. You know, I'm really looking forward to Logano because Kyle Busch did more burnouts in 1 year. That 1 year, Joey Logano's had a license, what, 4 years now?
He's just a puppy.
Yeah, he's a puppy. There's no way he knows how to do it.
He doesn't have his driver's license yet, does he?
I don't think so.
Oh, he does. Okay, let's go to Wendy.
I don't know.
And I'm with Kevin Harvick, who won this contest last year. Now, I've noticed you've been playing some mental games, talking to a lot of drivers. What's going to be the key to repeat?
Actually, I was helping my teammate cheat right there, so.
How so?
We unplugged his automatic shutoff switch. So he should be able to go as long as he wants.
Is that the key to winning? Is that what you did last year?
We're going to find out here in a second. Hopefully it doesn't shut itself off.
What's your goal when you hit the stripe? Are you going to take out the pylons like David Rudiman just did?
I don't know, that was pretty boring. But I don't know if points are worth more than boredom. So we'll find out here when the judges give him his score.
All right, Kevin Harvick knows a thing as he won this last year. Time for Joey Logano.
Joey Logano is the reigning Rookie of the Year in Sprint Cup competition, and he also got the fan vote last year to make it in the All-Star race. Let's go, Joey.
And here we go, race fans. Look at the passenger riding in the right side. Kyle, they got to be scared.
Yeah, look.
Joey's getting more smoke than David.
Oh. Was that a garbage can or a pylon?
Looked like a garbage can, but
hey, I tell you what, there's smoke right there, dude. There's smoke, man.
He's got something happening here.
15 seconds to go, and we are getting a lot of smoke.
Little sheet metal damage there on the back, but that doesn't matter in this competition.
Oh, another
and he
one.
got it.
Another one.
10 more bonus points for Joey Logano. Sliced bread has made that bread and butter.
That's cool right there. That's a lot more smoke in this one than there was with Rudiman.
I would have to say smoke wins out. He did not get the pylons, though.
A lot of smoke for Joey. Yeah, he didn't get the big ones, but that's all that was left out.
I think he's out of time, and this thing's still smoking. They did take the chip out of this thing.
So Joey Logano goes a little bit past his 30 seconds, but that's okay. We're only going to judge him on his 30 seconds. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of that car. Let's see what the judges have to say. Take us away,
Oh, yeah, that was a good one there, baby. I'll tell you what I liked. He gave an extra spin at the end. Steve's got a 10.
9's from Creed.
Creed, 9-9, and
How about
Steve,
Jeff?
10.
Oh,
okay.
Nicely done, guys. All right, these judges are very nice, but they like the smoke.
Yeah, but these guys might regret these scores a little bit later when somebody comes out and really blows them out of the water.
What our other competitors should get to know right now is that you can't get the bonus points by hitting the pylon, but also these judges like smoke.
I think these judges are scoring them too high. They're putting themselves in a position.
Yeah, you're in a box right now, man. It's a good thing we don't have Paul Abdul and those guys there. Oh, never mind.
67 points for Joey. Let's go to Hermie Sadler.
Well, David Rudiman, you think an advantage or disadvantage to go first, and how was your run?
It wasn't any advantage at all. I should have done quite a bit of different stuff, but you know, that's the thing about it. If you go out and you don't know what you're doing, you just don't know. So we just went out there and kind of lame, didn't do a very good job, but hopefully if I get a chance to do something like that again, we'll do a little better job.
Well, David Rudiman had to start this competition off, had some pretty good scores, but I've got Joey Logano. He got a little extra time out there, didn't he, guys?
Now, Clint Boyer knows a thing or two about smoking up his wheels, and he also had the opportunity to go to teammate Kevin Harvick, who is the reigning champion here at the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. And also, Clint Boyer is ready to go behind the wheel now, and he's one of the guys that's going to have to race his way up into the All-Star race, but he can get something going here.
Here we go.
Go, Clint.
Let's see what happens.
Now, Kevin Harvick has told us that he said Clint is going to cheat. We don't know how he's doing this. Let's see. Lots of smoke.
Wham.
Oh,
that's good.
That was weak, Clint. That was weak, man. You just run into
gentle,
that.
but he got it
Oh,
down.
here we go. Oh, no, he's lost it now.
Now what's going on?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he missed it. It's a miss. It's a whiff. He strike three.
That's like going in for a dunk in the dunk contest and missing it, man.
Lots of smoke.
That was nice.
Never give up.
Nice comeback. Get us a pile on, Clint. Get us a pile on.
Oh, this is good.
That's nice
good.
right there.
Lots of smoke.
I think he's got the rev chip out of it, race fans. What do you think? Look at this smoke. This is big.
I don't think those tires are going to work after
Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
Kyle, he's not going after the big pylon. What's up?
I don't know why he didn't go after the big pile. I don't know. There he is waiting.
He's 30 seconds up. That's waving to the crowd.
Style
points
right there for Clint.
But it was a little bit weak the way Clint went after the first pile.
Yeah, he went after the first pile, and then he lost his smoke.
And now he's still, we're what, 50 seconds into this?
But you know what I think? I think these drivers are ignoring the time limit, and they're going for style points after the 30 seconds is over.
All right, so you can't fool these judges. We have a hard panel of judges down there to get by. Jimmy Spencer, start our judging.
I didn't
man.
I know, but I didn't like the start of it. It was a good finish, but he didn't get the start right. So let me see what else. Steve's got an 8. Well, he was way after the 30 seconds. Way after. Okay, the Hardys. 8,
a perfect
7,
10.
10. Oh, Creed's another 10. So, hey, my judges they're getting used to this now. That
I like the upside down 8. I like the upside down.
That's a whole
good.
different range of opinions.
There we go. Perfect, man. Perfect.
He's getting ready to jump off
on Clint. Ooh, a total of 55. That's not going to help.
That's not going to be good for Clint.
Very much, because so far our leader is Joey Logano. His total score of 67 leads the group. And you know what? Joey Logano is not old enough to rent a car, but he is old enough to drive a car in the Sprint Cup Series, and he's with Hermie Sadler.
Well, Joey Logano, good job. You're leader in the clubhouse so far. The judges gave you some good scores.
Yeah, after I was done, I was thinking things that I could have done and it could have been a lot better, and I should have just got out of the car after all the smoke cleared and been on top, but I think that was the only thing I would have done different, but it's fun. That's a good time. Beat the heck out of a car, and she's good to go, so that was hilarious.
You get to beat up a car that's not even your car to beat up. That's pretty cool.
That's the best part. When you got to beat up someone's car, like I wouldn't do this to my own personal car, that's for sure, because I would always feel bad about it, but when it's someone else's, that's hammer down, let her rip.
Well, Joey Logano, a pretty good showing for his first time, guys.
You know what? Joey Logano figures things out quickly. He's leading the group heading into the clubhouse right now. 67, 61, and 55 for Logano, Rudeman, and Clint Boyer. When we come back to the Charlotte Motor Speedway and NASCAR Race Day built by the Home Depot, Part 2 of the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. We've got Jamie Mack lead us off when we come back. The Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge is underway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on All-Star Night. And reigning Rookie of the Year, Joey Logano, is leading the way with 67 points. David Rudeman right behind him. 61 points from him. Clint Boyer with 55 because of a slow start. But right now, Jamie McMurray is going to take Time Warner Cable's Carol Heavey on a wild ride. Go, Jamie.
Here we go. Getting ready. They have a passenger. We have to remember there's always a passenger in the car, Kyle.
Yeah, and you're riding with the Daytona 500 winner right here.
Oh, good.
Got one right there. Got one with the door. That was nice. Oh.
Very good start. Let's see what kind of, ooh, yeah, this is good. We got some smoke.
Yeah, he's going both ways. He's going both ways. That's good.
What I like is he's whipping it wildly. Is that good?
He's what?
Whipping it wildly.
You mean the car?
Whipping it wildly.
9 seconds
I'm not sure
to
we
go.
can say that.
Oh, he's got to get one more.
Get one more. Yo, he got him in the car. Oh, he's got it. There you go.
That's
there
10.
Goes.
You're going to give him 10 for that.
I really like
I'm going to give him that.
Got it. Jamie stuck with it. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, he believed in the time limit. Thank you, Jamie McMurray.
Jamie is the first guy to pay attention.
Jamie McMurray.
I like that burnout.
Nicely done by Jamie. Let's check in with the judges now. Start out with TNA's Jeff Hardy. Jeff, what'd you think?
I thought it was great, man. This is my first time doing this. It's really exciting, but I'm starting to get used to this old judging deal.
But you only gave him an 8, huh?
Right on.
Okay, 8's all right. We got a perfect 10 in the middle. Senior Excitement went with an 8 too.
Well, I think he started really well, but I didn't like how he hit the last cone with his nose of his car. So, you know, I think it took a little bit away from him there.
And was that Scott in the middle there with another perfect 10? You think you're the nicest judge out there, Scott?
Last two drivers are friends of mine.
Oh, okay. So a total of 48, and that's not going to keep Jamie McMurray up in the money right now. But he had a good riding partner there in Carol Heavey from Time Warner Cable. Got to ride with the Daytona 500 winner. And now let's go down to Wendy Venturini.
Well, thank you, Johnny. Kevin Harvick has been watching car by car. So who do you think has had the best burnout so far, Kevin?
I vote for Boyer. I think he had the most smoke. So I think that was the best one. Logano's was pretty good too. So I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a judge to have to pick between those two so far.
All right. Well, I know Kevin Harvick's getting ready to go here. I think he's the last car to go, so he has the advantage, Johnny.
So Ryan Newman is one of just a couple of drivers in this Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge who has actually smoked the tires after an all-star race. And what we say right now is, hello, Newman, go ahead and smoke the tires because he knows how to get this done. He's been to victory lane so far this year out in Phoenix. Go, Ryan.
Oh, I love this part. Ryan Newman, we call him the pole man, the rocket man, because he sits on all the poles. Hey, he's got a really quick start, Kyle.
He's got some speed. Now, what's he going to do with the speed now that he's got it?
He's got the quick start. He's got a lot of speed up. We're lacking some smoke here, race fans.
His teammate is smoke, but he has no smoke coming out of the back of his car.
Are these guys doing burnouts with Talladega tires? These things are not making smoke, man.
I got to think some of these guys are cheating. I think they're pulling the rev chip out when they get inside the car. Doesn't look like the rev chip is out of this car.
No. Oh, no. Is he up against the wall here? He's got no place to go now.
He has not.
Oh, he worked his way into a hole right there, man.
Just
no pylons, no anything.
Has not knocked anything over, and he's killed the motor.
He is running out of time. Ryan.
Oh, well, here's what we got to say about this.
Here's what we got to say. Ryan got the Phoenix trophy. I don't care.
Scott's not going for a 10. He's going, is that a 1?
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah.
Wow, man.
That is tough, Spence.
The lowest we could go was 5, and I love his idea of covering. Look at Steve. That's even better. We get the sponsor in. Me, I'm going to give him a 6. I agree with the guys at Kyle. He put himself in a hole and couldn't get out of it.
Not good for Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man. Well, he knows how to do the. Is he still going?
Hey, you think Jimmy Spencer's drinking that oil down there?
I do use it in my vehicles, but I don't drink it.
Hermie Sadler, what do you got?
I got Clint Boyer. I don't have my watch on, but it seems like you went a little bit over the 30-second rule on this. It could be some controversy brewing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you could have got somebody's working on your car, Clint.
Yeah, my teammate Kevin Harvick, he's a pretty crafty guy, and I think he figured out how they were shutting them off, and I don't think I could shut mine off.
Well, what he's trying to say is Kevin Harvick pulled the rev limiter out of his car, and the automatic shut-off is in Kevin Harvick's pocket. So Clint Boyer had all the time he wanted, JR.
We have a very strong lineup coming up, but let's take a look at the current scores. It's Joey Logano leading the way with 67, and Ryan Newman with what we think is a record low for the Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge, and that is 20 points for the Rocket Man. So got to see what the rest of these guys can do so far, and hopefully none of these drivers get lower than Ryan's score.
I really like David Rudiman's burnout, even though he's the first one, because he whipped the car and really got those big, tall cones down.
Yeah, he did a great job. I'm going to tell you something.
Too bad you're not a judge.
But these guys are starting from a standing start.
I could be a judge.
These guys are starting from a standing start on cold tires. It's hard to get cold tires to smoke up, and we've seen some smoke. You know, most of the time they've run the last segment of the race, so the tires are plenty hot when they start smoking them.
I think another first, we're going to have to get the flatbed out for Ryan.
What happened here? What happened?
I don't know. I would get out and stand on top of the hood just to kind of end it on a good note.
Wait a minute. Is Ryan just sitting there because he's embarrassed and he doesn't want to drive off after that?
I think they must have done something bad. Do-over.
Here come the officials.
Uh-oh, here we go.
It's a do-over. It should be.
No. Uh-oh, here we're... Oh,
Hermie, while we figure out what's going on here, let's see what you have to say.
We'll cut ourselves back on.
I got Jamie McMurray. You walked up to me and said, am I in trouble? You think they shut your motor off too early? You need to appeal it and go again?
Well, it just felt like they told us to stay out of the SMI logo. And I didn't intend to go in there, but I knew we ended up in there. And it was funny because my rider, she said, when we got out of the car, she said, I thought you were going to hit the pylons with the back. And I said, well, it was. I was like, with the front, beat the rear there, so we didn't really have a choice. It's harder to do this than it is on one of our cars. They just don't have the power. And and you're just kind of out of your environment there. But it's a lot of fun, and I could tell she didn't really know what to say. I felt like when we got out of the car, but she had a really good time. So it's fun, and it's for a really good cause, so that was cool.
Well, Jamie McMurray is the leader in the clubhouse as far as knocking the pylon down with the front of the car. That's a new competition for next year, JR.
Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti are from Creed. Gentlemen, as judges, tell us what you look for in these guys coming up here. Give us a little hint as to what's going to put you guys over the top. And Scott, we found out from you a moment ago, you give all your friends 10s.
That's right. I give all my friends 10s. You know, I think, not to speak for Mark, but, you know, we're looking for a good, clean start, you know, straight lines, you know, a nice twist, knock the first bucket down, get across the track, nice, clean spin, and then maybe a couple more at the end there, and then go through the end.
Yeah, that almost described John Force run at the drag strip right there. Nice clean start, straight.
And Mark has not been quite as kind as his partner from Creed, have you? There goes Newman.
I'm looking for him just to whip that barrel as hard as hell and keep on spinning down until he hits that next barrel hard as hell. And then they're going to get a 10 out of me.
You damn right. Good job.
There you go.
Straight
A
to the
judge
point,
knows what he wants.
Straight to the point. That's perfect right there.
Now, Kyle Busch is a guy who knows how to celebrate a victory because he gets them so much in the Camping World Truck Series nationwide and the Cup cars as well. And Kyle is getting ready to show us. Kyle has had a false start. What does that cost you?
I don't even understand.
I don't know. Here we go.
Now he really wants to go. Coming your way. Go, Kyle.
Wait a minute. That's race car Karen down there.
Yes,
counting
we
down.
know Karen.
She's doing a great job.
She takes us around the racetrack. And
There you
Karen
go.
says,
There you go,
"Go."
Karen.
Awesome. Okay, now we know this guy knows how to do a burnout. Oh, no smoke.
Oh! Damage in the wall. Damage. Oh!
2 years in a row for Kyle Busch. He is DQ'd.
So what? Keep going.
So what? Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going,
15
baby. Keep
seconds
going.
left. But you know what? If you're going to get DQ'd, get DQ'd
I'd run
big
through
way.
the grass.
Kyle.
I'd go through the grass now.
Go through
Just
the
run
grass.
over everything.
He's
Just
Rowdy
get it off.
Busch.
Oh, let's do it again. Oh, yes. You are the man, Kyle Busch. You are the man.
I would.
If you're going to knock the rear end off, knock it totally off.
Does that
Go
mean
ahead,
he's
get
knocked
both
out of
sides.
next year's event as well?
Yes.
Since he hit the wall twice?
No,
No, they don't care, man.
Hey, his nickname is Rowdy Busch for a reason.
Yeah,
And they
that was
call him the
perfect.
Wild Thing, too.
That was
pretty
perfect.
wild. He tore up that race car. Not
And
bad.
they shut him off. That's it, race fans.
was
They
great, though,
shut
man.
his motor off.
Well, the judges are off the hook. They don't have to score this
Yeah,
one, but
yeah, you don't
Jimmy,
have to
we'd
give
still
me-
like to hear.
Oh, they're giving him 10. Oh,
You know
it. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. You gotta
Well,
love that.
I think we should reinstate him. The fans are booing, and that's what we love. Look at all of our men, 9s and 10s, and you know why? It was exciting to watch.
Oh man, look at this.
Good job, baby.
He comes off the line. Boom.
Race
Well,
fans.
he's disqualified.
Yeah, but here's what the deal is. He did what you're not supposed to do. He's rowdy, unruly, Kyle Busch, and he did the right thing.
Oh, there we go. One more time. Boom. There we go.
He clearly didn't know the rules.
He
But
clearly
got
didn't
the
care
barrel twice.
He clearly didn't care about the rules. Let's be honest about it. We're just gonna go out here and do burnouts.
I love it.
That's perfect.
Let's go to Hermie Sadler to get the debriefing of Ryan Newman.
Yeah, Ryan, what was going on out there? You stopped and started, Would have a technical difficulty?
Yeah, it wasn't my technical part. I just want to thank Pennzoil for putting this deal on and what the sprint does with the All-Star race, because I know the fans definitely enjoy it, but they shut me off twice. I'm not really sure why. And then I had to get push started from the very beginning because the battery was dead. So when they shut me off the last time, it was dead. It wouldn't start. So I sat there in all my embarrassment, and I guess, will I get 1 point, something like that?
Well, the good news is Kyle Busch got DQ'd, so you're not going to come in last. You got 20 points.
Right.
Well, the good news is let's hope all your bad luck is out now, and the rest of the night goes a little bit better.
I sure hope so, because I felt bad for my rider there, because I don't think he had a whole lot of fun either.
Unfortunately, we're not playing golf, so lowest score is not going to win, but better luck tonight.
I'll try horseshoes.
JR?
I'll try horseshoes.
Now, another stalled race car out on the track is Kyle Busch is still out there. Shut him off as well.
I'll tell you what, I liked what Jamie McMurray said. He said, you know, my rider really didn't know what to expect. My God, who does know what to expect if you climb in a car with somebody and they start spinning around the middle of the front stretch?
Next year, I want to do this, and I want to announce from the passenger seat.
Oh, how cool would that be?
And I'm asking our producer, Teddy Lakaitis, or our boss, Hunter Nickel, me and Kyle Petty and John Roberts, we announced from the passenger seats next year.
Wait a minute.
For yourself,
Speak for yourself,
buddy.
dude. I ain't
I'm
not riding
with these guys. Are you kidding me? Hold on. I'll ride with you.
Okay, yeah.
I'll
We'll
ride
be
if
the
I
wild
get to
card.
go with
I'll
Kyle
ride with
Busch,
you.
but only Kyle Busch. I want to hit the wall.
Hold on. You drive. I'll ride in the back seat. He can ride in the front.
And you pull the rev chip so
Yes.
we cheat. And I'll
You
light
won't do
them
it.
tires up.
I'm with you, dude.
Kyle, I've never driven one of these things, but I think I can safely tell you there's no back seat.
Yeah, but hold on. We could cut some holes and drop some bleach. Oh, my God.
I'll
Put me in the back seat.
I'll take a drill in there with a hole saw, and when we get in the car, we'll drill a bottom in her.
We got this baby down.
And we'll put bleach down like
Yeah,
a
we're
drag
done.
car.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got it done.
It's done.
Well, as they push Kyle Busch off the racetrack, let's go back to Wendy Venturini.
Okay, I'm with Sam Sarsanella, who is the fiance of Kyle Busch. So what do you think of that burnout? That he didn't play by the rules. Does he play by the rules at home?
Oh, he never plays by the rules, but I think he did great. He has Kevin Frazier in there from Entertainment Tonight, who was panicked to go in the car. He was like, can I scream? Can I touch him? What do I do? So he did great, put on a show for the fans. He always does great.
All right, going into tonight, it's a cool night for the All-Star. I picked him to win on NASCAR race day because I said he needed the $1 million to pay for the wedding.
That would be amazing. If he does, I get my new shoes. So come on, new shoes.
All right, we're going to continue to see. Does this truly mean, Johnny, that Kyle Busch has been DQ'd, right?
He has truly been DQ'd, and actually since he hit the wall twice, they are considering, but haven't decided yet, on kicking him out for next year as well, but probably not. We need Kyle around here. One man to go, and he just so happens to be the defending champion of this Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. He's won a Daytona 500, a Brickyard, he's won the All-Star race, and now he wants to claim another Ultra Victory Challenge title. Go, Kevin.
Kevin Harvick, a Daytona 500 winner. He just got done winning Talladega a couple weeks ago. Here we go, Kyle.
Yeah, somebody's already knocked the quarter
some
pound.
smoke.
There's one. Oh, he just
Didn't
barely
go
moved
down.
that one. I'm not sure he gets
5
points for that one. Come on, Kevin.
Get it,
Hit it hard, Kevin.
Oh, good. Oh,
There you go, he got that one.
Oh, come
That was a good one. That was good. Get some of the big stuff. Come on, Kevin. Come on, he's running out of time.
And
he's doing it.
Oh, there we go. At least we're going to get some smoke. We might not get a pile on, but we're going to get some smoke.
There's no movement on the car.
No.
Couple of seconds left, waving to the fans.
He's waving to the fans.
Look, he's wanting it. He's wanting it. Oh, that's good right there. That's good. That is good.
Now, this is going to be interesting to see what the judges have to say about this. Senior Excitement, you start us off again because that was pretty good. 9. Steve Smith has a 9.
I agree with you, Johnny. I did like that a lot. I love when they lock it down and just keep it right there spinning.
There you go. Scott sticking with the 9. And 9 and 8. Okay, so I don't think that is going to be good enough. A 54 is not good enough to knock off Joey Logano with his 67. Adds another title to his young Sprint Cup Series career as Joey Logano is now your Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge winner. Your defending champ Kevin Harvick with a total score of just 54. He tried to rally the fans at the end, but that doesn't always get it with the judges.
Obviously, it didn't get it with that group of judges because they didn't care, man. But those were good burnouts. Some of those burnouts are really good. I hate that happened to Ryan. I hate he had some technical problem because I'm telling you, man, he could do it.
Let's go to Hermie Sadler.
Yeah, well, Kyle Busch got a lot of style points, and the crowd loved it, and everybody here loved it. Unfortunately, you didn't get any points. Disqualified.
Why's that?
Hit the wall, and Kyle Petty said you hit the wall twice. There could be a ruling to make disqualify you for next year already.
Perfect. I don't need to do it then.
You talk about these race cars not being suitable for this competition. You want to maybe have a little bit extra time to work on your stuff before you get here, or what we need to do different?
Maybe I'll bring out my own next year and have at it with a truck.
Have at it with a truck, and you can tear it all to pieces, and nobody should care.
That's right.
Well, good luck later on tonight. Thanks for being with us. Kyle Busch, very, very exciting, and just a little bit of damage on the back of this car.
Okay. I love that. I love Kyle Busch's interview because what that shows is he hates to lose at everything.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's a burnout competition, and he is PO'd because he lost the burnout competition. You got to love Kyle Busch for that. I don't care.
So a DQ for Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman with the 20, Joey Logano with the 67, and Sliced Bread, well, is great at this as well. Wendy?
I am with Joey Logano, the young rookie. I don't know. I don't think I can call you a rookie anymore, but congratulations on winning the Burnout Challenge.
Yeah, that was cool, and I felt like I had more in the tank. So next year, hopefully, I'll be back and I get to do some more. So it's cool. I get to help out the charity I picked is the U.S. Paralympic hockey team. I was able to help that a lot last year at the Coca-Cola checkpoints, and was able to help build the sleds up. They went up to Vancouver and brought home the gold medal. So they're actually here today, and this will be cool to help them out even more and go for it again.
And that's $10,000 for your charity of choice. So what did you learn from your other competitors, and obviously your teammate Kyle Busch? He seemed a little mad he got disqualified.
Well, I didn't have a chance to learn from anybody before I went because all I had is rudiments. So I watched what he did. I was like, I think he did pretty good. He knocked over at the back. I was like, all right. So I kind of went the same route he did, and I just tried to make it more, I guess. Try to make more smoke, try to do all that stuff, and I think I got a couple secrets for next year.
All right, Joey Logano, the incoming champion for today's Burnout Challenge, and let's go to Hermie from last year's winner.
Yeah, last year's winner, Kevin Harvick, didn't quite get the victory this year, but looks like you had a good time, and what can you do to improve on your performance for next year?
I think it'd be more fun to do it tonight after the All-Star race, so then we won't have to worry about them shutting my car off.
And why would they shut your car off? I mean, good, upstanding citizen like yourself, I mean, always plays by the rules?
Well, I helped my teammate out there, and I hooked his car up, and they were all over me. Like NASCAR officials inspected my car before we got started there, making sure that the automatic shutoff was on. But I'm guilty. I did it.
Well, a reason to smile. On one serious note, some good news for a lot of Kevin Harvick fans today. You did re-sign with Richard Childress. I know you guys are glad to have that behind you.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody at RCR has done a great job getting everything turned around, and I feel like we're consistently running good every week. And to get all that done and really be able to focus on racing for a championship this year is really important. And so far so good with everything that we've done so far this year, and hopefully we can continue the year like that, and now we don't have to answer any more questions about it.
I won't ask you any more about all that. That's Kevin Harvick, JR.
Thanks.
Hey. I think we're done, right?
We should ask a couple more times just to see how Kevin reacts, even though the question's over. Want to thank our judges tonight for coming out and having a good time with us. Joey Logano is the champion, and Kevin Harvick, your defending champion, did not repeat in this year's Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge. A lot of fun, good way to start off the evening, and we are just barely firing our engines. It's a huge night on speed, the 26th running of the Sprint All-Star Race. The Pennzoil Ultra Victory Challenge is in the books, and we'll be back with more for the pit road in just a moment.
NASCAR Race Day is built by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Brought to you in part by Tornadoes. Bold is how we roll. And by Toro. Count on it.
It's racing in its purest form in NASCAR's backyard. Over the last decade, the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race has seen surprise winners, first-time winners, and a finish that changed the course of NASCAR.
Haste to put on the show. We started the race on a wet track. I mean, we got to turn one and 20 of the best race car drivers in the world all about wiped out.
Oh, the car's sideways. All the cars are loose down in the corner. The track is wet. It's Gordon, Michael Walton, Kevin 29 car. All these cars are wrecking because I believe it might be raining down there. Unbelievable.
And the rain is coming even harder.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What a way to start this event.
They waved the green flag, the sky opened up, and now
It's pretty well pouring here in Concord.
White flag this time. 1 lap to go.
Boy, Ryan Newman is doing everything in his power. Junior is there. One more tag.
Now, see, Junior respected him.
He cut him some slack over there off the turn 2. And Ryan Newman is going to win the Winston race.
I got into the back of him back there, and I let off because I didn't want to spin him out. That was the end of the race.
No.
The first contact may have been between the Roush teammates, Busch and Biffle.
I had this feeling about tonight. I could just feel it in the air.
He's a teammate of mine. I didn't mean to wreck him, and I apologize for all the wrecked race cars out on pit road.
Kurt Busch got his head up. He wrecked us on the straightaway. I mean, not in the corner, not going in the corner, on the straightaway. If I was Jack Roush, I don't know what I'd do.
Oh, got a car around several of them. Kevin Harvick, this is the big one, boys. We have it here every year.
And that's a couple of mad drivers right there as well.
Kevin Harvick wants to be the butthead that he is. That's wrong, you know?
Let me tell you something. I'm tired of Joe Nemechek, acting like he doesn't do nothing.
Here comes his brother Kyle to the inside.
And almost wrecked him.
I told you.
There he goes. He did. Oh, my gosh.
Checkers are wreckers.
Yeah, and driver intro is getting ready to take place for the showdown, first of all, and then Max Pappas on the front row.
Wow.
Tell me about this conversation you were just having with Bill Elliott and Richard Petty.
I just asked him how does it feel, because it's my first ever time with a Geico Toyota on the first row. I'm really excited. What you say, if you can be good, be lucky. Yesterday we were lucky, and we're going to take advantage of the starting position. It's going to be really crazy, and we're going to try to hold it wide open just in the start and restart into turn 1 and 2. There's going to be 20 crazy laps.
And when you asked the king about doing that, what did he tell you?
He told me, in my country, we do it. Just in the starts and restarts, he told me. Just so I kind of follow, I do like Kyle does. If Daddy say that, I listen.
Well, that's Max Pappas. He goes off second. Wendy?
Thank you, Hermie. I'm with Sam Hornish, who won the showdown last year now. Little daughter, daddy time with Addie here. How cool is it to have family here for a big night like this?
It's always great. They come to quite a few of the races, so it's nice to have them around. It's good when you go back to the motorhome. If you have a bad day, it makes it a little bit better. If you had a good day, it makes it that much more better too. So I always enjoy having her and Crystal around.
All right, talk about a repeat. Can you race your way in again?
I don't know. I mean, going on 3 years and trying to do it, but it's been real nice that the last 2 years that we've been able to make it into the Mobil 1 Dodge. We tried a lot of new things on the car this weekend. This is really our test for next weekend, so we're not really sure what we're going to have over the long run, but that's what's great about this weekend is hopefully we'll pick something right, and it'll not only help us out for tonight, but for next weekend as well.
All right, thanks to Sam. We're head to Hermie. If Miss Addie, you want to wave? Miss Addie's waving.
Yeah, Wendy, Elliott Sadler, first of all, a great run in the Truck Series last night, a top 5. Getting ready to start the showdown. Got to start towards the back, so we know we're counting on these fans to do some voting here in this last hour.
Yeah, this is such a great weekend, and to kick it off last night with a great run. And the rain hurt us last night, the way we have to do the draw for qualifying. But the rumors we've been hearing all day, we're in the top 2. So I don't know. We might get voting, we might not. But whether we do or not, the support we've gotten from the fans has been absolutely amazing. I can't thank those guys enough. But just a great fun weekend for the fans. I think they're in for one heck of a show tonight here on Speed.
Well, the showdown to get in the race will be very, very exciting, and these guys know they've only got 40 laps to get in the show. Wendy?
Well, thank you, Hermie. I'm with Marcus Ambrose, and of course, Marcus has one of his lovely daughters. I see both of them here today, actually. How nice.
Yeah, I bought them out for a bribe. If anyone wants to desperately vote for me to try and get me in the main race, please do, for this little cute smile. Just here with the family, having a great time. It's a race that points don't count, so I brought all the family out here to cheer us on, and hopefully we can get ourselves in the main race.
What's your strategy for this race?
Plead and beg to get voted in. I even auctioned my grandmother off last week. That was my theory, but we're excited to be here. We've got a chance to be in it. What's wrong?
She lost a flip-flop. Tragedy. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
We'll get the flip-flop to Johnny.
All right. Wendy, thanks a lot. You hate to see a flip-flop go down before the race like this, but guys, we have so much fun on tap for us tonight. And perhaps the greatest thing is the fact that this competition for this showdown is so big because of all the great drivers starting at the back of the pack because of the rained-out qualifying session. Let's go back inside to Hermie Sadler.
Yeah, Martin Truex in the Napa Toyota. What are you going to do to get in this show?
Well, the rain's hurt our chances a little, but we got a lot of cars that passing 40 laps. But Napa Toyota was real good yesterday, and we'll have to see. If we get held up, we may have to use the bumper a little bit. We'll just have to see. But our car's fast, and it's just a matter of getting there.
You got to go right from the very start, though, because 40 laps is not a long time.
Yeah, you got to go. There ain't no waiting. So, like I said, may have to use the bumper a little bit. We'll just have to see what happens.
Using the bumper a little bit, that sounds like it could spice things up a little bit there, JR.
Well, you know, that's what it's all about, is spicing things up on All-Star Night. It's an old-fashioned shootout for the cash, $1 million to the winner of the All-Star race. But, guys, first we have to get that preliminary race, the showdown, under our belts. And you know what? There are great drivers in that showdown.
Martin Truex has laid the gauntlet down. The first driver, Kyle, to say, look, I might wreck somebody.
Hey, look, drivers have at it. This is where it started, right here in the All-Star race.
Remember what Juan Pablo said after he wrecked out of the showdown?
He said, I'd wreck you, so get over it.
Get over it. It's All-Star Night here. And Elliott Sadler, the number 19 team, one of the guys going to be trying to fight his way from the back of the pack in what should be one of the most competitive showdown races ever. And then, of course, we cap the night off with the 26th running of the Sprint All-Star race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I want to thank everybody for coming along for the ride with us here on NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. And get ready, because we're just barely firing our engines. Sprint All-Star race is next.